her head. So it's a lot of Quest for Fire. I'm quite sure a lot of people don't remember that movie, but yeah, man, that's interesting. So in these Paleolithic times when they was hunter and gatherers, who was staying home with the children, or was the children coming too? They was hunting too, or
Oh, see, this is how I know you not of African stock. You never heard of a village? It takes a village to raise a child.
right?
You never heard of that? So sometimes when women would hunt, they would leave their babies with other mothers or barren women or the elders or some men that are unable to hunt, right? Or some men who were actual gatherers.
You
Ooh,
crazy.
look at that. Because at
Right.
one point, it took a village to raise a child. It
So
wasn't just one
the
child.
women are leaving the children with women, or men that can't go hunt. Hmm.
Did I
Yeah,
say
my
that?
point exactly.
So what's your point? What's the point?
My point is when we looking at the oh shit.
Yeah, the point is it goes by what you're good at. And if women were good at hunting, ain't nobody was going to tell her not to because guess what? They want to eat. Eating was more important than that. And, there was a whole village there or a whole clan there that, not every single woman wanted to hunt. I'm not speaking for every single woman going out there and hunting. I'm just speaking for the women that wanted to. Some women like gathering. Some women likes just staying at home. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And while your ass is staying at home, please watch my baby while I go get all of us some food.
Yeah. Now I'm just speaking more or less of the natural progression of things. Like, people aren't trying to prove a point back then. They're just trying to be as efficient as they can. So it would be more efficient for the women to stay home with the children because they are better teachers and better nurturers than men are. So that's why I
My
say
father would disagree.
on a hunter gatherer model, it's even hard for me to envision what you're talking about. Like I don't know how they, like I said, I don't subscribe to that model. So I you know I'm not going to say there's evidence of governments being ran in hunter gatherer societies to where you can make that claim. I don't know, it may exist, but you
Was
know
Adam a hunter?
no, I'm
'Cause
saying
he-
records of their
No,
government.
I know I'm asking like during the time of the Garden of Eden. Let's pretend like this is a real place for a second. And before y'all got cursed to toil the land or however God said it,
Right.
wasn't y'all just gathering food
Right.
from
Correct.
fruits? Because obviously Eve was picking fruits, right?
Right.
Right.
We was
So
gatherers.
how
We,
in
we,
that
we weren't hunters. We were
so how
just
you were
gatherers.
just gatherers, right? So
Right.
how are we saying that we don't subscribe to the hunter gatherer ideology or system or whatever you called
Again,
it when it's
again,
literally
again,
in
your methodology is
Genesis?
flawed. You
Like what you
must
just said is
again.
in
You just
Genesis.
you just can't go. You just can't go with something because you want to. It's a queen.
What are you
You
talking
can't-
about? I asked
Right.
you questions.
A gathering society is vastly different than a hunter gatherer society. So you
What's
can't make
the
that
difference?
comparison. You can't make that
One
comparison.
is hunting and one isn't. That's the difference.
Right. When you're dealing with a hunter gatherer society, you're dealing with people hunting. When you're dealing with a gathering society, people don't have to hunt. And if you're
Right.
going by the biblical narrative, you're dealing with a whole, yeah, it's
Right. So you're dealing with a gatherer. That's
right,
what you're dealing with, a
right.
gatherer. So how and then do you say that you don't believe in hunter gatherers if you already got half of it in your story?
Because I don't believe the other half.
So you don't believe that hunters. So what are we arguing about when it comes down to women hunting if you don't even believe that men hunted?
No, exactly. Which is why
So
I'm
men wasn't
saying
hunting?
you're gonna have me fighting ghosts because what you're ascribing to or what you're saying should be, it has never been. You
So
have to
men,
go.
so
You
men
have to
don't
go
hunt.
way to the Dryas period to show any type of women being what you say they are. When we go to the written record, there's no historical evidence showing what you claim. It's just,
So
and
there's
then
no
for you to
written
say that the
record
Bible,
of.
and
See,
for you
see,
to
you
say
keep
that the
on
Bible
talking. You
takes
keep
the
on double
power.
talking. You just had a whole conversation with Humble about how Kandake Amarinus was real, how Hatshepsut is real, about how Queen Nzinga is real, about like all of these women are real,
Yeah,
right?
those
The
are
the
rare
the homie
exceptions.
tribe, the homie women warriors, those are real. The Amazonian
Those were
women
rare
warriors, those are
exceptions.
real. Those are real. All of these the Native American hunter women, those are real. All of these women are real. But then when it comes down to saying, oh yeah, women were doing these things, it's like, no, I can't believe that none of these things were happening. Like what? That
Right.
makes no sense. Like you're
Again,
talking out of both sides of your face.
you're all over the place. It's a queen. It's a queen.
That's
You're
what
all over.
your point sounds like.
Right.
I was repeating you. If I sound like I'm all over the place, imagine what I'm listening to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because
Like I
when we
literally repeated what you said, and now you're saying that I'm all over the place.
right. Yeah. Because like I said,
Amazing.
you're presenting an argument with no evidence. Like there's nowhere. Like I haven't seen it. Like the
So that means
conditions,
it's nowhere because you haven't
the
seen it.
environment, like the environment you're describing. Like I'm waiting to see it. I can't wait for the debate.
Me
And then
too. I cannot wait for the debate
in
either, so I could school
in
you on the things that happened before 6,000 years ago, because apparently that's when you think the planet happened.
right. All that's postulation, but hey,
Mhm.
we all can hope. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I want to see how you're gonna lay it out that the Bible is taking the power from women. I would like to see that, and I would like to see you not commit any fallacies while doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
when I start equating, these laws, when I start giving you these scriptures and showing how they use these scriptures to create laws that oppress women, I would love to see what your rebuttal would be like.
Right. Nice, nice. All right.
And I'm gonna just give you one. I'm gonna just give you one. Look up coverture laws, and I know you know what covet means.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, look at those laws and see if you tell me if that wasn't used to oppress women.
Okay. What verse that is?
I just said look up coverture laws.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, if I could just insert a technical comment here. Well, firstly, I wanted to say the Dora Milaje from Black Panther, those are fake. Um, I don't need you to send me the video. I was able to connect it to our YouTube, so I think we're live. Just wanted to let you know that. Thank you, though.
Oh, but you won't be able to get it from like it's where you started it at is what you'll have on your page. So I'll
I
still
was going
send
to
the
ask you
full
that. I
video
was
for
going to
you.
ask you that. Thank you.
I
I'll
got
say
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, so drop your email in the private chat for me. Gotcha.
And let me just say this for the person in the comments, right? You wouldn't be able to use scriptures that wasn't there. So if there is a scripture that says a woman cannot do this, and then somebody takes that scripture and then make it into a law, that is a part of the Bible's issue and the Bible being used to take away the power of women. That's literally what that's doing. So you don't get to have all of these scriptures in there that tells women to be subjugated to men and then look at the law that follows what the Bible says and then say, well, that don't got nothing to do with us. Because in that way, then why would we sit here and say, the slave Bible was helping us to stay enslaved, right? Like the fact that the church used to sanction the slave ships to go to Africa and take people and bring them somewhere else. That is what the people, what the institution is doing. And what I'm not about to do is try to separate the book from the institution, because the institution upholds the book. And the book was written by people.
So
I'm
let
not
me
about to
ask
play with
let me
y'all.
ask, let me ask you this, and I'm again, like I said, this part of your methodology isn't erratic, it's just unsound. And let me show you how. So if Radio Shack made a book on how to make a computer, right? This is your line of reasoning. If Radio Shack made a book on how to make a computer, nobody would say that book is evil. But if somebody took that book, made a computer on how to oppress women and oppressed women with that, that's your line of reasoning.
No, that's not.
So
That's what you heard.
you cannot hold that book on how to make computers on what that person did. That's why I say that's unsound. That's
No,
problematic
no,
to
no, no,
do.
no, no,
You
no,
can't
no,
do
because
that.
that's not what I said. So pay
That's
attention.
basically what you're saying.
Pay attention so you can understand what I said, right? And I'm going to use your example. So if somebody made a book about building computers, and inside the book they say women are not allowed to touch these computers. Women are not allowed to come into the room where computers are. Women are not allowed to program computers. Women are not allowed to do all of those things. And then somebody built a computer and put those rules inside of the computer. Yes, I will blame the book, because that's what the Bible does. The Bible creates the rules, and then we, in turn, create a society to uphold the rules. I'm not about to play with you about this.
Again, once again, you're taking it completely out of context. I was just trying to simplify it, but okay, so what you're doing now, so all right, the computer, the book that you have, right? That speaks on computers. Now, the book that you're talking about, as far as like the Bible or whatever verse you're saying, like you, first of all, I would have to see it because I just don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I'm kind of getting yeah,
Yeah,
we could
it be seeming like you blind a little bit.
yeah, we could yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's seeming like you have selective seeing.
Nah, I'm not. But you
Hmm.
just saying some interesting things. I really don't want to say too much, but
Hmm. But just recognize that inside of the computer book, it has rules about what women should and should not be doing.
Real quick, we have Sergeant Waters to the stage, a debater in the league. How you feeling, Sergeant Waters? You may know him as Leandre
Yeah.
McBride. He recently took down King Naga in the debate. Um, was the killing of Alex Pretty justified? And be looking for this one that got rescheduled coming back up soon.
This Saturday, March 14th, the Battle of Truth, the clash of intellects, Leandre McBride versus Elder Yara. Can Elder Yara, the seasoned veteran with decades of debate experience, prove he's an Israelite using only scripture? Or will Leandre, the brilliant PhD scholar, dismantle his claim with razor-sharp logic and scholarly precision? It's a high-stakes debate where faith meets knowledge and history is on the line. Two giants, one question. Can Elder Yara prove his Israelite identity through the word? This is a battle you don't want to miss. Tune in to Titans Debate League and witness the ultimate war of words. Who's got the facts? Who will leave the other in the dust? The countdown to the debate begins now. Coliseum of arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained?
You came out here to show me your tears. What's wrong? Tell me.
Man, that intro is fire as fuck, bro.
You have the floor, Sergeant Waters. Appreciate you.
I'm not
Sergeant
hugging you.
Waters, are you there?
You don't get to just cry in front of me. You hungry?
Sergeant Waters, you're unmuted, but we can't hear anything.
Somebody got a hot mic.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's
Nah, you good. Feeding the children is a lovely thing, you know.
This boy greedy.
Okay, how about now?
great. I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, sorry, it was connected to the wrong thing. Yeah, so that was me in the comments. Notes from the underground. I heard some of the stuff that was with respect to the Bible, and even some historical stuff that were historical blunders. And so I just want to comment. Like I said, I think that that there is a major difference in talking about biblical laws and biblical principles. It's sort of worldview and that sort of thing versus his application. And then I know there was like a reference like the slave Bible and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting, considering actual history counters, I think, what was the sort of framing that was given with respect to the Bible and slavery and enslavement. But yeah, I think that that if you're going to have a debate on that topic, again, my advice would be to bridge a gap between. So I think because it's going to come down to methods of interpretation. So it's does the Bible on its own terms do what it is that you're saying it does versus how it's simply applied. There's also the people who even in modern society now use the Bible in a myriad of ways, and we certainly doesn't seem logically would conclude that they're all using it properly. And so some people are going to have a justification of the Bible, and they're going to say it's and they're going to give the justification that the person's going to do so. I don't think they can all be right, and I think that if we sort of assume that there's some intent of the author or authors of the Bible, then we need to figure out what the author's intent was, and then we may have an example of misuse of it. But to say that to put that on the Bible is going to be there's a gap there that I'm just if you do cover the topic, I hope that you can bridge that gap, at least for me.
ISSA Queen, you're muted if you're trying to respond.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to school you too, because I feel like that we don't know as much information as we think we know, especially when it comes to like how laws were constructed in these earlier times, and how the Bible was used to construct said laws. So if the scripture wasn't there to put the oppression into place, then I wouldn't even be talking about this. I would be talking about the law in itself, right? But there is a connection between how people read the Bible and how they wanted to enforce that into the world. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm speaking to, right? And then even within the text, when you go from having a spirituality that is dualistic with the Queen of Heaven and the Most High being together, and then you erase the Queen of Heaven, and then you put the woman in a subordinate role underneath the man, and then on top of that, you literally in the Old Testament force women to no longer pray to the goddess and force them to pray to the Most High. That is in the text.
Yeah, so one of the things when you talk about schooling me, maybe you and I should have a debate on this. One of my areas of specialty is in the development specifically of American constitutional law. I covered this in my intro to my debate with King Naga. So you won't be schooling me. Everything that you said was just wrong, including the history of laws in Israel. So you won't be schooling me. If you do decide to show up, you will be getting schooled instead. Because that was all actually incorrect, whether it was about the history of laws in Israel and their religious practices and that sort of thing like that, as well as the development of American constitutional law. You have all of that wrong 100%. And so, so whenever you have class, let me know, and then I'll show up and I'll take over teaching.
Right. Like I said, I will be able to school you, because what you said is that you don't specialize in women's history at all. You spoke about American history and laws. You spoke about Israelite history and laws, but you never spoke about women. And women have their own special history that, intertwines and are interwoven into there, but has a separate story that isn't being told. So what really it is, and it's okay to be schooled when you don't know certain things. It's not going to go against how you are. And I'm still going to see you as an intellectual brother. So breathe easy. It's not that deep.
Yeah. So, but again, but what I didn't hear you speak of there was any knowledge of the development of American constitutional law and history, which is what you appeal to. And when you talked about the history of Israel. And so those two things are going to be relevant to talk about either of those two topics. And so I've taken women's studies. I did so in my undergrad. I've taken women's study and women's history. So I know the particular talking points, at least from an undergraduate level. But what I will say is, though, is what's going to be relevant, though, is not just things that are filtered through the lens of conflict theory, which is what feminism is. That's the sort of undergirding ideology, conflict theory and feminism. You learn this in pursuit of a law degree. You learn the different sort of frameworks of view, especially when people are going to law. The same thing when you're in pursuit of a history degree, different historical frameworks. So I know that those sorts of theories fail on a historical front because they provide one single mode of analysis for examining more complex issues of history. And so when you use that sort of explanation that you just did, it's going to fall flat on its face fast. And it's why those theories aren't respected in the field of history. That is not how American history was built. That's not how American law was built. Okay. And so you may say, hey, in women's studies, they say women were oppressed in all of these times and in all of these different points. Well, that's going to be your particular opinion. That's going to be based on largely second and third wave feminism. But yeah, so like I said, when you let me know when you have class, I also was a philosophy major as well. I'm very familiar with all of the avenues and stuff you're going to try to go. It will not work. But yeah, you let me know when you get some background in the history of Israel and then in the history of the development of American constitutional law, especially not through the lens of conflict theory, because it will not help you.
So again, I will say to you again, and I love the fact that you keep on bringing up American history when literally I only mentioned it once as a flippant remark, as an example on American slavery. The conversation has been in Neolithic, Paleolithic times the entire time I've been here. So you're actually in the wrong era when we're having this conversation, right? That's one. Secondly, you also are not speaking to the historical accuracy of the laws that were specifically put onto women. I don't think that you know that, right? I don't think that you know that at all. I think that you are probably very learned in white women's history, and I'm glad that you know a lot of white women. But in all reality, I talk about Black people and I talk about Black women and I talk about our oppression. And I feel as though you're coming from a white man's kind of version of what feminism is. And be very clear, you're talking about America, right?
Yeah. So I just
because I wasn't talking about America for the last 3 hours.
Yeah, so I wasn't just talking about America, hence I said Israel. And I don't know if you've seen a map recently, but Israel is not in America. And so when I pointed out to you that you don't have any backing in the history of Israel, which is what you appeal to, and then so when talking about how this stuff was applied, so as I said, if you want to have a discussion on this with anyone, you need to bridge a gap between what the Bible is actually meaning to communicate and then showing that its proper application resulted in oppression. And you had a leap between there, and especially when dealing with American law and Protestantism and their ways of viewing and interpreting the laws. This comes up in when you're in the pursuit of history, you start looking at intellectual history and how sort of things were the ideology behind things. So again, you seem to be bothered by the fact that I mentioned America, which is what you mentioned. Now, I've been listening for some time, but like I said, everything that you said was incorrect. I jumped on because of what you said with respect to the Bible, and then you talked about slavery, all areas which I didn't hear you mentioning having any study in whatsoever, all areas that I do have studies in. So like I said, whenever there's class, sister, as you said, you recognize me as an intellectual brother, I recognize you as an intellectual sister, but you let me know when class is and I'll come be disruptive.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, I said I spent 2 minutes on American history, and the fact that you came up here with the entire dissertation about the 2-second comment that I made about American slavery and the American slave Bible is very telling to where you want to take this conversation, and it's very pointed, right? And I get it. You feel like an intellectual superior amongst whoever it is that you're talking to, and that's great. Just know that you don't talk to me often. And we'll just have the conversation when we have it.
Yeah, no, actually, I usually don't think I'm an intellectual superior in all people I talk to. I do feel that way about you and most people who are guests on this channel. So, but I just wanted to correct that there. Now, the other part is that if you feel that I shouldn't harp on a comment that you made. So I usually try to focus and make sure that every comment that comes out of my mouth that I can stand on and defend. You seem to be bothered by the fact that I pointed out the fact that you don't have any backing in history in any of the two things that you want to talk about. One, the history of laws in this country with respect to women's oppression, or Israel. I'm sorry, 3, or the Bible. And so I know you have no backing in that. I do. And so if it wouldn't matter.
Can I ask you, how do you know that?
It wouldn't matter. It's obvious, but because of things you said, because the history of all 3 of those categories I just mentioned betrays everything that you said. And so my guess would be, had an actual history in those. Well, according to me. All
right, according to you.
Someone who's qualified.
Right. I could be wrong in your.
Someone who's qualified to teach college courses on any of the topics that we're discussing right now, because my background in education makes me qualified to teach on any of the.
I think you might got to cam up, Sergeant Waters, and let us see your background.
Yeah. So let me do this. So someone qualified to teach on any of the subjects that we're discussing right now. That's who's saying it. And so if you were,
I don't think you're qualified to discuss anything that I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the simple fact of I haven't presented anything to you. This is a preliminary, right? This is not the actual debate. And I said it 4 times that I'm not going to give out any of my actual information during this conversation because I want to save it for the actual debate. But instead of understanding that, because you said you were listening, you decided to come up and try to be an intellectual superior as if I actually
there was no attempt at that.
anything, right? But at the end of the day, I don't really deal with rude people, right?
Well, there was nothing rude about anything I said.
You are being rude.
That's
and you're being rude because of the simple fact is that you're assuming that you know what I know without me even presenting anything. What you came here for was a shit back and forth conversation between 2 people hyping up whatever we're about to talk about. So you don't even have the information yet to even discuss what I'm going to say. But you're going to automatically assume I don't know the Israelite laws, I don't know the history and all of this other thing, and it's being very flippant about it, and it's rude and disrespectful.
Yeah. So this is what usually happens, right? And this is part of the problem. So one, you are completely incorrect to think that you can't state a conclusion, and I can't say that conclusion is wrong based on the evidence. That is false.
If
I walk into the history department, well, all of the evidence that I'm aware of. And so you don't need to present. You need to present. No, so now you got all of that out. You got all of that out. See, this is part of the reason why women don't get elected to the office of president.
Tell me what evidence I'm aware of, so you can make an assessment about what I know.
This is why women don't usually get elected to the office of president. I do know in the political science. Anyway, so as I was saying, if you walked to the history department and concluded that the Holocaust, for example, didn't exist, the history professor who's sitting there talking to you does not need to wait for you to list all the evidence. Because of the fact that I'm already aware of all the evidence stuff that's out there, I can already say that your conclusion is false. If you walk to a doctor's office and said that cancer doesn't exist, the oncologist does not need to wait to see your evidence to say that. Because of the amount of available evidence that's likewise, when you make the sorts of statements that you say about American law and right, and
what did I say about American law?
So again, I'm still in the middle of talking. I don't know how we're both talking same
because
time.
I want to know what I said about American law.
So you're showing why it is that people don't typically elect women to be president. And
I'm glad that you're here to show your chauvinism.
400 years.
I'm glad that you're here to show your chauvinism.
Hey, Juan, can I say something?
What did I say about American law?
I'm listening.
What did I say about American law?
Hey, I just want to say this real quick.
No.
No, I just want to say this.
What did I say about American law?
Hold on real quick. We are going to pass it around. Who is that, Draco over there?
Yeah.
What's up, Draco? Let's let Draco get in real quick.
I just would love to know what I said about American law, but you go right ahead, brother.
I don't want no smoke with none of them. I'm letting them get it right now. I'm just waiting to add value when I can. I'm gonna let them get it, man. They're getting to it.
Okay.
Right. Can the brother repeat what I said about American law tonight?
I was trying to break it up, but go ahead.
Can the brother repeat what I said about American law? Because what I don't like is people who come up and make straw man arguments where they start to have a conversation
there was no straw man.
about what I said, and I didn't say that. So please tell me what I said about
there was no straw man. The quip about the laws that led to the oppression of women here, and likewise we talk about the slave Bible. Both of those things had to do with American law. Both those things have to do with American law. And what you said about that is
So coverture law started in America, or did it start in Europe?
what?
Did coverture laws start in America or Europe?
Oh, so that definitely began in England. Coverture laws are from England.
Exactly. That's what
Well, what does that have to?
that's literally the only laws that I mentioned.
No, you talked about.
I said something about
you were full of it. You were absolutely full of it.
Something about the slave Bible, and then I talked about coverture laws. That was it. That's the only thing. I said something about Native American hunter and gatherer women. I said, like, what are you talking about? I don't know what presentation. I don't know.
This is usually the part. Yeah, I know. Listen. You really want to explain what I said, but the problem is that there's playback in this recording. But like I said, listen. You let me know when class is, and I'll show up.
Hey, I just want to say this.
Hold
on. I just want to say this.
Stay in the back.
It's
you probably want me to stay in the back.
Yeah, because you're rude. I don't talk to rude people. I don't talk to people who decide that they are my superior off of just a meeting. That's very
no. This wasn't just a meeting. This is my first time interacting. I thought I was superior the first time we talked.
Right, you're being weird, right? And I don't appreciate it. You're being weird. And like I said, when I start being rude and disrespectful, people like to call me a misandrist. But when a man does it, it's nice and funny and placated.
Well, usually,
so have a good time with you, brother. I'm not going to stoop to your level and decide to do a mudslinging thing with you because at the end of the day, you obviously had an agenda about coming up here and thinking that I was talking about American law. So you're trying to rewrite, turn around and make the conversation about American law when the only thing I said about America was literally slavery and the slave Bible.
And with that, let's go to a word from our
Where's my sponsor?
Let's be real for a second. Some of you claim you're the best debaters in the game, but every week you're still arguing for free. You study, you prepare, you show up, you give them viral moments, and the platform gets paid, not you. That's not competition, that's exploitation. Some leagues built their entire reputation off the backs of debaters they never intended to compensate. Clips, views, donations, super chats, and the people creating the content still walking away with nothing. Over here, we don't play that game. We are one of the only debate leagues actually paying debaters, reinvesting back into the community. Because if your arguments generate value, you deserve value. So here's the reality check. If you're really the monster you claim to be, if your research is really as sharp as you say, if you really think you could dominate any room, then prove it. And here's where the stakes are real. Warriors don't fight exhibitions forever. They fight where the prize is. So you have a choice. Stay comfortable debating for exposure, building someone else's empire, or come step into the arena where serious debaters get respect and paid. This isn't charity. This is combat. Amazing news! At Titans Debate League is now looking for interns. We are expanding our team and seeking driven individuals who are ready to make an impact. We're on the hunt for talented people to join our marketing team, a charismatic new host, and creative minds who can produce amazing content. If you have a positive attitude and are used to winning, because that's what we do here, then we want to hear from you. Join us and contribute to a culture of excellence and success here at Titans Debate League. Email us today, titansdebateleague@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Where Infinity Gauntlet is a mere toy compared to the intellectual prowess build and destroy the cipher, intellectual sword, a slice you, or whatever device you.
Man, you got cut with the pistol looking like Gus from Breaking Bad.
That's Sergeant Waters right there.
Hey,
that's dope. That's dope. I like that.
You need to put an email up, man, for contact for the internship, for the social media intern thing, man. Is there an email? I got a couple good candidates for you, man.
Got you. Yep, I'll send it to you. It's Titans Debate League at Gmail, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you went.
This what I wanted.
I may even recommend a woman to the job. Who knows?
Right. I appreciate you, man. I know you got some students that you can have help.
Yeah, is there?
Yeah, but if I may real fast, as far as to the brother Leandre, you have an upcoming debate. I think he's gonna lose it because I think the title. I believe in the title, so I think he's gonna lose it. I think at times the brother he can be arrogant, pompous, or whatever would have you. But he damn near just put full court press on his sister. I mean, she ain't have no respite. Maybe you shouldn't bring him on preliminary, because I will say the brother is intelligent. The brother know what he's saying. So, I mean, goddamn, he just put you through the ringer, sister.
I just feel like it's a fine line, but just being rude and just having a conversation. I can have a back and forth with anybody. We can have conversations. But if you're gonna come in here and talk to me like you're above me, Negro, go somewhere else with that. I don't have time for that. I'm grown. I don't get paid to be talked to all types of ways. Just like I give everybody here respect, I expect and demand respect back. And that brother is not giving that.
Yeah,
I feel like he pulled up.
So, like, at the end of the day, it's very clear, right, that he didn't listen to what I had to say, right? He was looking for the issue, and that's why he came up here for the 2 seconds that I spent on slavery to making an hour conversation. But he can have that. Brother, I don't even care what you got to say. I really don't. You're So with that being said, hold on, brother, because today is not about you. This is not your preliminary. I'm almost done. When I'm finished, I will gracefully pass you the mic because you're thirsty. So with that being said, I hope y'all are still here in about 15 to 20 minutes because I got to step away, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back.
I just want to say that this is why women have yet to establish a single society where women are at the helm. That right there. Now, it is definitely a very big problem. So one, it wasn't one interaction. We've interacted on this platform up here before, and I know she got in her emotions and decided to detach her prefrontal cortex in the conversation. But this isn't our first interaction. I also watched her interaction where she talked about biology, and I watched her really ridiculous statements about abiogenesis, which actually I was going to tell you A1 we should line up a debate for, but I don't know that she has the emotional capacity to handle it. She seems like direct challenges are offensive to her. What I will say is that I directly challenge all of the men on this platform, and so I came up here in the spirit of equality to issue a similar challenge in the similar tone that I would do to any man who is up here, and usually they don't respond that way. But maybe what I'll start doing is I'll start handling the women a little softer. Who are up here on this platform. The men don't usually seem to have a problem with that level of engagement. So anyhow,
hold on, you long-winded, my dude. Hold on, real quick, Walter.
That's just Jose.
Real quick. I mean, because you just challenged all the men. Respectfully, that's dope. But you went straight for the woman. Now, did you go for her because you felt like she was easy prey, or because she was the biggest problem?
Are you mentally retarded? Did you hear what I said?
He said because she mentioned the slave Bible.
I announced when I came over.
Where you get mentally retarded? But they like,
I got the Coke bottle. Well, there's clearly a problem with your comprehension. So I figured it was a cognitive issue. So because I came up here when I first came off my mic saying out loud what I came up here challenging, we had a back and forth in the comments. I said who I was. My name was cast across the bottom of the screen. I said that I'm the one.
Hold on. But I pulled up late. I pulled up late. That's why I'm asking the question. Why I gotta be mentally retarded? Don't be on no weird. You got that weirdo
energy. Being rude as hell.
You didn't ask questions. You made assumptions.
Because it didn't follow from anything I said. And what I also said prior to that was I said I usually come up here and challenge all of the men. I usually do this. This is something I do all the time on this channel and other channels. I come up here if someone says something that I think is wrong or an error. Usually it starts the comment section, and I'll click the link and come up and have the same exact discussion live. That's usually what I do. I announce all of that stuff. And so here's what I'll tell you. If you are not paying attention to the conversation, if you don't know the context, you should probably remain silent.
That's pulled up late, my nigga. Stop saying I didn't pay attention. I pulled up late. I said that you must be mentally retarded because when I pulled up, I said that. So you ain't paying attention.
Then as I said, then it means it's impossible for you to have paid attention. Then you should reserve your comments.
Well, I paid attention. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Just for the record, because I've known Leandre for a few years, he's actually being nice tonight.
I get you. There's nothing wrong with being a little chippy.
A light-skinned meth head.
We don't gotta go there. So here's my question. My question was, while I was paying attention, I had heard you say that this is one of the reasons why women don't get elected to be president. But it was predicated on the fact that she was interrupting, and you were like, this is the reason why. So if you were here and you were paying attention, then you heard multiple people interrupting each other. Why wouldn't you keep the consistency of suggesting that, perhaps males shouldn't be voted for president?
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you the question. I'm going to ask you a question because your question is based on a faulty assumption. What made you think it had anything to do with her interruptions?
The timing and when you said it. You said literally while she was interrupting, you said, this is why women don't get elected for president.
Yeah, so maybe it actually had more to do with her personality, her off-putting personality, which is in political science, usually when they discover why it is that women don't usually get elected to the highest offices, they usually get elected to lower offices, it's usually because they have off-putting personalities. It had nothing to do with the interruption. It had to do with the off-putting personality. And so that's why I said it. So again, before you assume next time, right, ask the question that doesn't assume, okay? So no more loaded questions for you.
So that's why you went at her first, like I asked you.
No, earlier. I already covered this. Did you not hear me explain why I said that we had a back and forth comments again?
Yeah, you just explained why you went at her first. That's what you did.
No, I didn't.
Go ahead.
Nothing that I just said had anything to do with why I went her first. He asked me why I said that this is why women don't usually get elected to the office of president.
But that's when you went at first, though, right?
You actually might be mentally retarded.
And you went full throttle with her for like about a half hour, my nigga, before you said, "Oh, I came up here to challenge the dudes and shit like that."
I didn't say I came up here to challenge the dudes. That's not what I said either. That's not what I said.
She was a problem for you.
I didn't say I came up here to challenge the dudes.
Oh, you came up here to debate. You said I challenge any niggas to a debate. That's what you said.
No, I didn't say that either. You are retarded. That's not what I said either.
All right. You didn't say that.
When you play it back, you discover that's not what I tell you what, let's make a friendly bet. If you play it back and it's not what I said, when you play back from this time sample on 3 hours, 35 minutes, and 12 seconds or so, when you play it back and you go back to that point in time, whichever one of us is right has to drink a half gallon of bleach. You game, and we have to do it live. Crack the seal, go to Walmart, crack the seal, drink it live.
You want to do that on GP? I'm good, my nigga. You do that without the bet. I'm good. Like, you do that on GP.
Said, next time right now. Because you have a comprehension issue.
My nigga, run it back. Okay, no, I'll take you up on that bet.
All right, that's a bet.
I'll take you up on it. I want you to drink that bleach. I want to see you drink that Clorox.
All right, everybody heard it.
What?
Everybody heard it.
No, I'm not co-signing this.
No, hey, what? It's too bad. You got to host it on your channel.
Man, he said that shit.
I need one of those.
You about to go viral.
A1, you telling me a couple minutes ago that nigga didn't say I wanted to challenge the men. You telling me he said I challenge every nigga on this panel.
No, I said that.
He said I would challenge everyone on this panel. He said that.
A1, I said that.
And he specifically said the men. After he just went back and forth.
I was commenting.
Yeah,
I think he was saying it in terms of where the men wouldn't get offended.
Like, nah, man, fuck up, Gideon. Come on,
man.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
I challenge the men. That's what I said. I usually
equality. He came up here.
I said in the spirit of equality, I came up here and with the equal way, the way that I would usually talk to the men. I said that's the way I approached her, and I said next time I'll handle the women with kitty gloves. Okay, I was being sarcastic. I also didn't say anything about men to a debate, you idiot.
The bet is already set, my nigga. You said you didn't say that I would challenge everybody on this panel, all the men on this panel.
One, you switching what I said, and two, I still didn't say that either. There's something wrong with you. Please go get the cup of bleach.
Now I said something. Now I'm saying something different.
Hey, go get the bleach, bro. Go get the bleach, bro.
I literally just said the same thing. Nah, you got that store brand. No, you gonna drink that store brand. You gonna drink that Albertson bleach. Man, like yeah, run that shit.
Hey man, listen.
Hey, look.
I'm always opposed to the idea that everyone should have access to the internet. I think that the model in China where not everybody can get online. I think that model works. Not everybody should be able to use the internet. It is not a human right. And this fella right here has
man. So leave it alone, then, my nigga. So fall back, then.
I'm waiting for you to take the beach.
That's not your lane. Hey, you got that Albertson, run that shit, my nigga.
Are you inhaling drugs as we speak? It sounds like you're inhaling drugs.
Yeah, I am actually.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
I'm focusing on.
Let's we got Lieutenant
Appreciate you, A1.
7K on the no doubt, Sergeant Waters. Everywhere he goes, man, they be hard on my homie, man. They be kicking him off the panels, man. As long as he ain't cussed out nobody and brought nobody's mama's name into it, he good with me, man.
I was laughing. I was supporting the nigga. I'm laughing with the nigga, but he a feminist. Like he like a certified bitch. Like I don't get that. That's weird activity. That's weird energy.
Hey, what? Now you hear what just happened, right? Now you hear that? Now I'm gonna let that slide.
I already know how it starts.
I'm gonna let that slide, but you see that? I just got called out my name. Okay,
that nigga energy is off. Nigga, hold up, my nigga. You called me mentally retarded. That's calling me out of my name to me. That's the first thing the nigga said to me. He was like, "Nigga, are you mentally retarded?"
It was apparent.
You didn't ask me shit, nigga. You told me. You didn't ask me shit. Why the fuck would you ask me, nigga? Shut your bitch ass up.
Hey, what? Did you hear the nigga say I didn't ask him? This man right here has a memory problem. I said, "Are you mentally retarded?"
My bad, Draco. Please, language.
Look, I don't know if he a light skinned nigga or a dark skinned white boy. Like dude is just all over the place.
He said
How much schooling have you had?
Draco's a debater, man. Draco,
listen, not a very good one. This nigga can't follow a conversation.
Hey man, you the one left behind.
Are you mentally retarded? Come on, cuz. What's going on?
Like I'm hot dog. Catch up.
JJ, what's up, man? This is JJ.
I'm just listening. Yeah, go ahead. I'm just peeking in.
Go ahead, get it in while your audio good, man.
All right, you're good, bro.
Hey, well, you had to say all that,
let me say something real quick about. Can I say something about Sanchez real quick? I mean, I don't know who followed this guy, but he got like 1,200 followers that listen to him every day. And then he begs them for money. You know, how come ain't nobody sending no money? Because you trash. Your scholarship is trash, bro. You don't know how to stay in the context. Did you get him over here, A1? Because he's scared to come out of his fishbowl. Now he running around here talking about the ancient Kemetics were Tartarian people. A mythological group of people that you can't find no existence from. And this comes from Europe. And y'all be letting them get away with it. That's what I be saying. The Sanchez has came up with a new thing now. Talking about the ancient Kemetics were Tartarian people. These people, he ain't got no proof that these people even existed.
No, I was asking if that was JJ talking. What up, my name?
Yeah, that's me, man. What's up, family? Yeah, and I'm trying to catch him. He was over on Killer Priest channel just about 30 minutes ago. I couldn't get on stage because you know that's where I can catch him off of his. He ain't got control of the buttons. Because I went over there the other day. He got my name in the title. Jeremiah Judah will be challenging my Jesus is the serpent in the garden information. So I waited over there and waited. He had me waiting in the back for like 2 hours. But then when I finally 2 hours, bro, we listened to him mention the matches, Kabbalah, and all kind of different stuff. Kundalini. I'm like, and he be really thinking he be like bringing some real information when it don't tie together. These are different cultures. Just like, okay, the serpent can represent evil, and it can also represent wisdom and knowledge. You know, and in the Bible, that serpent is responsible for the fall of man. Now, if you go to other cultures, like the Kemetic culture, he's also evil. He's Apos. He fights Ra every day. But then you have the serpent in some cultures where he is good. Okay, we get that part. But the part I don't get, how is you tying this into the Bible? The Bible has a redeemer, and then it has somebody who made mankind fall. It couldn't have been Jesus Christ, man. Christ consciousness, however you want to say it, bro. Even if I break Christ consciousness out, it's still not going to be equal to a serpent that was represented as someone evil in the Bible. I can't wait to get a hold of this dude because he even came up with a new doctrine, y'all. Now the ancient Kemetics are the Tartarian people, which we don't even have no real proof for that. What do y'all think about that?
Ooh, damn, Jay. Hey, yeah, hey. Look, hey, I'm just saying, but Sanchez is like really one of them ones. Like, you really want that smoke,
brother? Come on, bro. You must know who I am.
He just be saying.
Hey, you know, I haven't seen it, so if I really want you to go find the episode, if you can, get some timestamps for me, because you know I like healthy refutation.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I apologize for not coming on today. When I forgot I had an appointment, but if we could do an early show, and we could play his video, I'm gonna show you every single thing that hey, bro, Sanchez. Who is Sanchez beat? Sanchez is not one of the ones. He's one of the ones when he's on the channel controlling the ones and twos. You didn't see him mute me. You didn't see him throw me off the panel? And when he threw me off the panel, and then after the show, he know he lost because guess what he did? He put the video on membership only. That let you know he got. But you know what I did? I went and bought a membership and got the clip.
I need to be a member anyway. I'll go support, man. I like Sanchez.
Oh, God, y'all need to support me.
I haven't heard this claim that you're making, that you're saying that he's made. But, you know,
I'm bringing real information. Y'all want to go support a pseudo? Mixing Kundalini, ancient mystics, and all this other stuff. Come on, man. If that's how we want it, I need to start doing that. So y'all can send me some goddamn money. He mad. He was over there mad today. Y'all didn't send me no money. Begging. Man, come on, bro. This dude's a joke. Who has Sanchez beat? Come on, name him. I done been in the ring with goddamn Polite, Tahuti, Tazariak, goddamn Judah Nazareth, Nepal. I mean, the list go on and on. And y'all giving this dude respect? I'm gonna get him.
You got in there with Polite?
Yeah, beat the shit out of him. Beat the shit out of him, bro, because he didn't stay on topic. Jabari, I mean, my list goes so long to blow your wig back, bro. And I want to get this guy, man, because y'all giving him too much respect, and I ain't really feeling that. Nah, man.
Have to come over here, man, and actually review some of those debates that you had, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Tahuti.
I mean, I don't agree.
It'll be me, you, and a judge or something, one of the judges, and we'll go over the arguments. And
real quick. If you reach out to Sanchez like, yeah, JJ won't smoke with you, he's not gonna come over here. He, like I say, bro, this dude is not intelligent. I don't know how he got 1,500 people in his audience listening to this garbage. Which one of y'all think Jesus was the serpent in the garden? Go ahead, say I now or forever hold your peace.
What if he's intelligent enough not to take that debate?
Brother, who has this dude beat? Name him. You can't. So they boggle your mind.
Name him, but I don't want to deal with the. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with the backlash and niggas getting at me like.
No. You hold him in high regard. I want to know who has he beat. Come on, I want you to name him. You can't.
He did just beat him, right? He just beat him.
No, he didn't beat him. He lost that debate.
He lost.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up, man.
I beat Hunk. I beat Garfield. I beat Sean from my. I believe Black Lion Supreme. The whole Shabir, the whole goddamn Dagger Squad.
I mean, is there a battle that ever won?
JJ.
Yeah.
Well, Sanchez, if you're watching this, hit me up.
JJ, can you say were there judges to these debates?
Make something happen.
Yeah, it's polls and judges, bro.
Okay, so and you won according to polls and judges?
Yeah. You want me to bring him to you? Cause I ain't feeling it. JJ never won a debate. That's a lie.
No, I don't know which record. I was just asking if it was polls. I know sometimes some platforms they don't even have judges or whatever. You know, they'll just debate and you can just kind of just people will say they won or lost. Or I was curious. What did you and Ankh debate?
What do some evolution crap? He came on my channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember your brother Polite debate, but I don't remember the topic.
Me and Polite debated. Well, the problem, our debate was like a improv debate because I beat Pastor Bennett. Him and Pastor Bennett were supposed to have a debate, but they was both crying. Oh, you apologize to me. Oh, no, you apologize to me for talking about my wife. So then they called me. I'm at Walmart. My first round of my debate with Polite was at the Walmart check. My first round was in the checkout line. My second round was in my car. And then when I got home, the third round, I really put it on. Man, Polite's cash, bro.
You said you beat Pastor Bennett, man.
You just got him.
I gotta see that one.
I can bring all these classics over here, bro.
I gotta see
that. I can bring them all over here, man. Pastor Bennett, he's garbage. It was like this when I was a Hebrew Israelite, right? In the top. The top. Go ahead. Okay, yeah. The topic was who is following the Bible the best, the Hebrew Israelites or the Christians. So then I killed them on the bro. Where is Santa Claus and Easter and Christmas in the Bible, bro? This is what you doing. We did when I was a Hebrew. We did with the holy days. You see, you already messed it up, sir. Then what was the other point I pointed? And then I said, then now your pastors got here, they're marrying men and women and women. Well, where is that? You should be totally against that. I mean, he got slaughtered, man. You know what he was doing to me? He was attacking me personally. Look at JJ dancing. Look at J. Oh, that ain't got nothing to do with the debate. Is this what these dudes do? And then this Captain 10K, this 12 tribes chart, man, that's garbage. Tazari, I got beat. Well, none of these ISBKs debate that 12 tribes chart. Okay, how? Look, they hate Africa, right, y'all? They hate Africa, but they got the Haitians as the Levites. So when you go do the Haitians DNA, they Africans. They DNA come from Europe. Dumbass nigga. Come on, bro. Man, okay, so you mean to tell me, okay, everybody, Issachar, get off here in Mexico. All right, the next stop is over here. All right, Gad, y'all all get off over here. Man, come on, that's a joke. These tribes are spread out all over the world, so you can't have a chart. You can't have no. Where in the Bible say you're supposed to have a damn chart? Somebody tell me that.
How did you figure that out? Like, what made you fall back?
Fall back on what? Oh, man, you know what? Because it's embarrassing to be even connected to some of these guys. Hebrews, like they putting these other guys stuff on me. So I'm just a free thinker and a truth seeker. Now you can't even tell you just a Hebrew Israelite to get the audience already go against you from the gate. Nah, bro, I'm a free thinker and a truth seeker, man. You know, but yeah, man. But Tartarian people, what? Who's the Tartarian? And then when you go look it up, that stuff started in Europe. And you trying to tell he doing the show now. The Egyptians are the Tartarian people. Country ass nigga, bro. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I be getting mad though, man. They're like, what? How is people listening to this? But I yield. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey.
Anyway, I just want to say one thing before I go. Shout out to the sister. I just want to. I came up here. The only thing I said is I think that there were some things that were missing. It was a leap, and that I was hoping that if it was covered in the debate, that the gap would be bridged, and then it turned into something else. But either way, my point still stands. Shout out to y'all up here on the panel. A1, appreciate you for having me. Yeah, and look forward to coming back soon.
No doubt. You'll be back soon. Yara hit me up about rescheduling yesterday, so we are gonna make that happen for sure.
Okay. Yep. Hit me, man.
Appreciate
you. Yeah. Peace, Waters. Yeah, but I'm a little mad you had that video playing talking about sending your music and niggas couldn't find no location.
Oh yeah, I was. He was on TikTok. I gotta next time put it in a ticker so that way everybody.
You had a few niggas in the chat like, okay, well, where we nigga talking about sending the mute? That shit was playing big on the screen.
Yeah, I don't know how we.
Hey.
I thought he was giving the instructions on there, like where to send it to. But
hey, family, can I ask? Was it Draco? Who's that? Is up here with you? I can't see because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, that's Draco. GIDEON Capone.
Draco, let me ask you a question. Okay, in your opinion, you say he beat on. Okay. That's who else did he debate? Did he beat who? Himself. Himself. That's it. He debates himself. He like to hear his own country voice. The country voice. I don't like that. I'm like, man, learn how to talk, man. Country ass nigga. And swear he be bringing out information. He'll go from Hinduism, then he go to the Gnostics. Then all he doing, he cannot stay on one topic. I don't respect that, bro. You got to stay in the context of what you read. You just now the Egyptian culture. I mean, come on, bro. And people listening to this, y'all, come on, bro. And then
I agree to a certain extent. I do feel like he's a smart dude, but sometimes he kind of be all over the place, and I get lost, my nigga. I don't know if it be going over my head or I'm just lost.
That's the trick. Georgie, he's so deep, man. Man, damn, that's the trick.
Shout out GIDEON Capone to the panel. You will be seeing him debate.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get up out of it. Hey, we'll set him up tomorrow. My fault.
My bad. Oh, yeah, shout out GIDEON.
Yeah, we'll set him up tomorrow, A1.
Yeah, it's tomorrow early. Yeah, whatever. Just hit me up in the morning.
I was trying to ask JJ a question, man.
I'm about to send you my phone number, JJ.
JJ, come back real quick. And I was going to ask him a question about the 12 tribes chart. Because he said, he was saying that it's what scripture tells you to make a chart. it tells you specifically in Ezekiel 37 to write the northern kingdom tribes and the southern kingdom tribes on a stick, and it should be like a sign for the children of Israel that's amongst the heathens. So, from my understanding, brothers read that and they devised a chart knowing that the children of Israel was scattered here in America and throughout the four corners.
Ooh.
But knowing that they was scattered here to like reinvent that, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, when the children of Israel, when they lost when they had a identity crisis, this is what they did. So they redid it. And plus, not only that, brothers understand that the scriptures, the prophets are the prophecies is dual prophecies. So they took that as some type of prophetic premonition to make a chart.
Checkmate, what you doing? Hit that link, Checkmate.
But it's in Ezekiel 37.
I hear you.
I wanted to see what he was gonna say. I wanted to see how he, being a quote unquote ex-Israelite, I wanted to see his thoughts on that.
Well, we have one right here. We got Gideon YISRAEL back to the panel. Gideon, did you hear what GD was saying about the tribes? Right?
Yeah, I kind of heard it. I was wondering if he mean like, do you think it's valid, GDN?
It has validity to it based off scripture.
You got a serious echo.
For me?
Yeah, GD. I mean, not GDN, but Gideon.
Hold on, let me see.
This sounds.
How about now?
How about now? Yeah, it's still. It's like your echo. It's louder than. He must got us coming through the car.
Mic check.
You good?
All right, good. No, I was just saying that it has some validity to it, and it's based off scripture. The reason why why they had the tribe charts, and people had their different reasons, but why they had at the time the name that people were being called today, in tying them to tribes of Israel, is because in that prophecy it states that the children of Israel was among the heathen, so they would have been called by names given to them by heathens, according to Deuteronomy 28. You will be known as a byword in a proverb, right? So it's a few things, brothers took that and triangulated that for to identify people over here. That's my stance on that.
Yeah, I just kind of find it hard to believe that 8 of the 12 tribes are Spanish. Like that's
come on.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy to me. And then just to think that during slavery they had ships that was like cognizant of just getting the tribe of Judah or the tribe of Benjamin and bringing them to Haiti, and like I that's just a stretch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It has some the historical aspect of it is based off merit, right? So you have certain things like, okay, the slave ships had, well, from my understanding, supposed to have been the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? So they traced the migration all the way to West Africa, and then you go into the wars, the Maroons and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you heard of this rhetoric before, but that's they traced that, and then as far as the what you said about the Mexicans and stuff, you know, Mexicans is dark skinned. Their ancestors are dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, the Africans was placed in Mexico, who formed an alliance with with the indigenous Mexicans, who were at the time is like a generation of mixed indigenous and in European, because the Europeans raped them. So you still had those, they band together and formed a rebellion. The slaves that they brought off the slave ships in indigenous America, and then they band together, and from my understanding, they did that because they was all they understood that they was brethren. Not only the practices are the same. Like, we found a lot of Levitical practices among in the indigenous people of America. Preferably the Liverite Brothers Law, right? Not only that, and some people say they was keeping Passover. So, not Passover, first fruits. And then the last point that you made about them keeping the tribes together, no, that happened over time. Like, so far as the Northern Kingdom, if you're familiar with James Ladar work, he points out that the tribes, they split up into sub clans and sub tribes. You know, 100. They have a captain. They have a tribal leader over initial tribe, and then that becomes into a little tribalism, a sub clan tribalism, right? And then, as far as the Southern Kingdom, I don't know. I have to go back. I have to look more to it. But I want to hear your response to what I was just saying about what I just fleshed out.
Well, I mean, it's like, do I believe like some of the people that was in the Caribbean and maybe like, you know, South America with some Israelites amongst them? I do believe that. But you know, but I don't know. I just don't see that that mass. I just don't see it, like, you know, because like the history that I see of us being in West Africa, it's like it's tribes. Like, for instance, the Dan tribe. The Dan tribe made up a whole bunch of Africans in Africa, but we don't see, you know, who the Dan people is, who the tribe of Dan is, according to the chart. So it's just, you know, I can understand why they did it, I guess, to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, stir up some type of interest in it. But, you know, me personally, I think that's COINTELPRO. I ain't just gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
I get what you're saying on that, but as far as, like, you know, to get people hooked in and stuff like that, I would advise you to read Ezekiel 37 and talk about the valley of the dry bones, and then when you get down to like verse 15 to 20, it explains the whole chart thing.
Okay.
But it even talks about how they gonna be hooked in, like how you saying, like it even talks about how the people gonna look at it and ask a question. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
if you can read that, you know, the brothers they probably wasn't that educated. So you read that, you know, you could picture what it's saying without it's like kind of putting it in your own words, kind of, sort of, you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
Right.
you feel me? But
Right.
I want to speak on the other point that you made about the what you say, the Dan tribe, right?
Right.
So I want to believe, and that's another that's what I wanted to say, that it need to be some updates, right? Because like I say, the brothers, they probably wasn't that educated when they realized this and they started to reinvent this, right?
Right.
From the prophecy, understanding that it's dual prophetic. So, or that is prophetic. So when they started to bring this about, that it was basically for that time. But us today, I think we need to really look into more historical migrations and to flesh it out even more. Like I understand that I'm one that don't go against the whole African narrative, being Israelite.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I know brothers from other camps do. I don't reject that. You know what I'm saying? In my congregation, we got churches over there in Africa. Plenty of them in Zimbabwe, Ghana, Ethiopia, even in the UK as well, because it's a lot of, if y'all understand, it's a lot of Africans in the UK. So in the UK and in Canada. So we got churches all over there, with members and people from that, with brothers and sisters there. So we don't discriminate. We don't call them Gentiles and none of that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have took you for a person that believe that anyway like that. So, yeah, no, for sure.
No, it's all good.
Oh,
But
man.
no, we can do. We can update it because I'll tell you, they use Genesis 49, the prophecies in Genesis 49 as a map. It's that not only those and any other prophecy that talks about the Pacific tribes, like Deuteronomy 33, and in specific traits of how they'll be in the last days or whatever.
Right.
And some of the songs. So they use certain scriptures like that to use it as a map, right? And then they understand that America is Babylon. So is modern day Babylon and spiritually Egypt and stuff like that. So the main thing was to wake our people up over here first. You know what I'm saying? Preferably the tribe of Judah. They understood that Negro is synonymous. I'm just saying Negro because this is during the 60s and stuff. So they synonymous with black people, with African Americans.
Right.
Even when they started in 69, it was already black Jewish synagogues all in America, and schools all in America, in Harlem and all over the place, right? Going all the way back to the 1700s, the AME churches and stuff like that. Going all the way back there, coming out of slavery. It was brothers that was teaching then that we was the children of Israel.
Yeah. Facts.
But yeah.
Facts. Big facts.
Oh yeah, this got derailed while I was gone. We talking about black Israelites in America. Oh God.
Everybody on the panel, y'all feel like life came out of Africa? Or do you feel like niggas is indigenous to the planet?
Nah, it started one spot in Africa.
Y'all feel like niggas just walked out of Africa?
Nah, I don't believe in a million billions of years. I believe we came here fully formed, and we pretty much had the basic foundations for building a society. I don't think it took us, epochs to learn how to build a house and all that. No, I don't believe that.
So Gideon, do you think that you saying we fully adapt, or it was some assistance, or like a learning, preferably a schooling going on from high high intelligence?
I think when we left the garden, we had a certain aptitude for like building things. But I think with successive generations, they learned more. But as far as like, I do believe that the Nephilim came down and showed us a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I can forget about the national. Good point.
yeah, but I don't think Adam, came out the garden, as a hunter gatherer. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, I can't disprove none of that, but I can't prove none of that either. Like, how do you? I mean, like, how do we really source that up?
Yeah, nah. And I would have to agree with you. I mean, like, just when an evolutionist tell me about, you know what I'm saying? However they think they feel, like it's all fake. Can't none of us prove none of this. You know what I'm saying? So
So you
yeah.
feel like it's all belief, like it's all belief.
No, I I know it to be true. What I subscribe to, but I
But
can't prove.
that's what I'm saying. How do you know it to
Yeah,
be true if you can't prove it?
right. Again, yeah, like I say, that's what.
That's subjective.
Right. That's what my spirit tells me, and that's what my when I look at things, it tells me that there is a creator. Like my experiences, all of these are things that I can't quantify to people. You know what I'm saying? So just like, with with all the stories in the Bible, pretty much, it's all fate. The Bible tells us to have faith. But the thing is, like, with the same coin, an evolutionist has faith as well, but either they don't know it or they just trying to hide it. But it's all a belief because they can't prove it to me and I can't prove it to them.
I'll say this, right? Throughout all of humanity, since we started to record or decipher early um, human writings, always point to a creator or I'm gonna say creation, right? And if it's a creation, then it's a creator, right? So um, it always points to that, right?
Yeah.
And in all my studies, scientific, physics, whatever, it says the same thing, how everything is designed a certain way for life to exist. So knowing that the ancients always recorded that, and knowing that the modern uh, science says that, I can't reject that. Now, the problem is also in the ancient cultures, they all of them believed in a deity, whether they could be kilometers apart from each, 1,000 kilometers apart from each other, right? Thousands, 10,000 amount apart. Americas to Africa, they all saying that, oh, a deity created everything from the elements or from the heavens above or whatever. They all speak in that same type of language. So now you have this cultural continuity from isolate civilizations going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's the proof that I have. I go well with the ancients said.
No, I can definitely get with that. That's pretty much more or less how I kind of see it for the most part. You
Yeah,
know.
nobody say that we just came here. The Sumerians said that the black-headed people was formed from the earth. The Egyptians said Canaan formed them on a potter's wheel. The Mayans, you know what I'm saying? They talk about the creation story with the turtle in the what was it? Something else. I forgot this. But as far as you go back, even the Olmecs with the monkey, the other indigenous tribes in America, the Vedas, the Hindus, right? The Hindus, they say Brahma and Vishnu and all this. You know what I'm saying? Japan, everybody has a creation tale, right? And they all saying the same thing, that mankind was formed from the ground, from the earth, from the elements of the earth, from the mineral, and not only that, scientifically, we have all of the minerals and stuff in us. We have phosphorus, carbon, nitrogen, all of the elements that's in earth you have inside of your anatomy.
And you said it started with the Sumerians.
Not all of them, but I'm not trying to nitpick.
Majority, some of them is
you don't got lithium. Wait, I don't know. Maybe you do. Maybe I need to look this up.
Wait, lithium? Okay, so from my understanding,
I'm just thinking of random stuff.
The tables work. They like it's a, you just move an electron or something like that. Like if you lose an electron, it goes into another compound or something like that. But they got like isotopes and different things of that nature. But no, go ahead.
Oh my bad, I cut you off.
That's interesting.
I'm about to mute back out and let y'all cook.
Hey, wait, hold up.
No, you can bring that up.
Hold up, real quick, A1.
I'm actually in the kitchen cooking. That's why I got two things up. I'm on my phone.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you though. Go ahead.
Yeah. Real quick, man. I want to apologize earlier because I'm a man first. You know what I'm saying? Like, and dude was dude smart than a motherfucker, and he fast.
You had to grab me. His hands was too fast.
You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have called the nigga out his name. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of got me out of pocket a little bit. You know, old evaporated milk breath head ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna talk shit, man. The nigga still got an uncircumcised frontal lobe forehead, but it's all good though. That nigga, hey, shout out to Waters, man. You did your shit.
Most people can't admit that, man.
Yeah, he did. I was watching him cook earlier, but old girl was like, she was right back on him though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, damn, it's a good little. And then as soon as I said anything, the nigga said, "Are you mentally retarded?" I was like, oh no.
Right.
I'm like,
nah. This is my thing. Like sometimes in these spaces, we like put rudeness and being shady and being just giving off negative energy as intellectual superiority, and that's not what that is. That's just being rude. Like you don't have to have conversations in that manner. That's why I kept on telling Gideon, chill out, because like if I engage in the same thing that you're engaging in, then we're gonna just be arguing. Why can't we just be respectful to one another and okay that we disagree? Because you could be snarky, you could be sarcastic, but like putting yourself as an intellectual superior over me goes crazy. Like that goes crazy.
He was full throttle. I like the confidence though, like, but goddamn.
But yeah, man, it's definitely been nice, y'all. I think I'm about to cut out. You heard me?
Yeah, New Orleans ass nigga, man.
Peace. Have a good night.
Have a good night. I will see you at the debate. I hope you bring all of your P's and Q's to the table because you are going to need them. Don't let that brother hype you up to get slapped down.
Yeah,
Nah, I definitely thought it was gonna, be a lot easier than, today made me. I kind of got like you made me realize, okay, I gotta kind of, I gotta come correct, So, yeah, definitely.
Exactly. I want you to intellectually punch me in my face, just not like don't say I'm gonna punch you. Just do it.
Yeah, nah, no doubt.
Man,
I wish I could stay for the conversation, man. Sound like it's getting good, man, but.
Hold
I gotta be somewhere in 3 hours.
Don't run, man, because man, look, the last time I spoke to you, you said it was only 2 Indians in Louisiana.
Yeah, I definitely probably was being facetious.
Don't do that, man.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas be having Mardi Gras and have big Indians out there, man.
Yeah, nah, we definitely rock with the Indians. You know what I'm saying? They definitely helped us out. You know.
For sure. Hey, I respect that. I'll stay out the way.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, my mama, she Indian. My people are Indian, so
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
know.
saying. That's where my family from. They're from New Orleans. I'm coming out there, and shit, it ain't gonna be until July. But I got a family reunion.
Yeah, yeah, nah. My mama, she from the Tunica people, Tunica / Natchez. You know, so yeah. No,
See, that's what I'm saying, man. So why why you be going so hard body on niggas? Like you be
nah,
like,
my
man, you be like, fuck the abos, and you a big old Indian.
Nah, my thing is, man, when people be trying to say wasn't no slave trade or nothing like that, like now
Okay,
we getting
okay.
besides ourselves, you know.
Hey, let
He
Yeah.
me
said,
let me ask the brother. What's the powwow? Right. What is the purpose of the powwow? Is
man, I
it
don't know.
because from my understanding, it's the calling of the all tribes, or calling of all the nations.
I was gonna say, I guess it's more. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I know it's a coming together. So it could probably be like the tribe, the clan, and then it could be all the nations. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty much a powwow is like getting together, from what I know.
Yeah, that was the first fruits in the Levitical law, where all the
Oh,
tribes come from, no matter where they are scattered. That
yeah.
Passover, but the first fruits as well.
Okay.
It was called
Okay.
early on. It was called the calling of the nations.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Man,
Yeah, I'm
What
part
up,
tribe.
though? What up, though? What up, though? I heard somebody say that they people was tuna.
big
Tunica.
cows. What they do?
Yeah. No, for real though. My great grandmother is Biloxi Tunica too.
Okay, yeah. So
Mm.
you from that area like Mississippi, New
Yeah,
Orleans. Yeah, that's
top of Louisiana,
yeah,
Did
yeah.
y'all
bottom
ever
of
notice why?
Mississippi.
Oh my bad.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, nah, my people, like I say, they Tunica, Natchez, yeah, right there in that Biloxi area. You know, my my mama's sister, she married a man from Biloxi, and you know, that's my cousins, that's their daddy.
Hmm.
And they definitely have that phenotype
Mhm.
where they were here before slavery. They got that Dravidian black look, like with the real
Mm.
curly hair, the aquiline nose, the
Well, my grandmother,
almost blue black color.
had good hair like that too, except she
Yeah,
was black.
yeah. So
You said
yeah,
you said the same tribe, cows.
Yep, Biloxi.
Didn't
They
y'all just
eat.
have a
They part
didn't
of.
y'all
Yeah,
just
they
have a
part of.
didn't
They
y'all just have a debate? Let me find out y'all niggas related, man. Like,
yeah, and then and the crazy part is who I probably really be doing related to is her husband, Robert
mm,
Friedman. He's a shot top. He from
Right.
right down in there. I want to say it's 10th Ward or 7th Ward. I can't remember. He told me what it was, 10th Ward, 9th Ward, something like that. But his people, what happened was in the 20s and 30s, they was buying up the land down there.
echo.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah, they
I
was
fix it.
buying up the land down there in the wards and building up a retainer wall, like a big old wall to stop the water and stuff. And they basically they
Like a
they
lady.
bought the land like a dam, like a they built the big water what do they call them things that
I'm
that
thinking
come on,
about
the
a
levy.
levy. Like a levy.
the levees.
Yeah.
And this is why my great granddaddy told me his people end up selling. This is how they end up in Toledo, Ohio, from way down there in Mississippi. I mean in Louisiana. And after they built the whatchamacallit, they gave them head rights. They bought the land from them, so they paid them for the land. But because they paid them, they got, and they was indigenous, they got first rights to the jobs. So because they was willing to sell the home, the people gave them head rights. But where my granddaddy's was in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Yep, a lot of people went to Ohio. Some went to St. Louis. Others went to Cali.
So yeah, a lot of people. My people went to Cali.
Yeah, a lot of people from Louisiana went to Cali.
Hey,
a lot. And they the same people. You know what I mean? Hey. So you see these kind of connections. You know what I mean? Like when you step back and look at the game, like how could it be a connection so thick and the vibe is so much alike from people in Oakland to people in Detroit? Bro, we like twin brothers. You know what I mean? Like they come out here, fit right in. We go out there, fit right in. We sound alike. You know what I mean? A lot of people tell me I sound like I'm from the West Coast. So
everybody, Sergeant Waters swear you from Cali.
Okay, you from Cali too.
And so
hey,
go ahead, bro.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why do y'all think, like, when you tracing your indigenous roots, right, or native roots, majority of the women are the ones that's indigenous, in the father side is African? Why y'all think that?
I don't find that in my family personally. I haven't found one African yet, or a slave.
Not one.
Not one.
This is facts. I can source that. I can source that.
I meant to say black.
Can go all the way back to the 1600s.
I'm saying why the women are indigenous and the men are black.
It's just not true in my sake. But look, guess what I found before I found the African? Guess what I found in my family?
Go ahead.
A blue black European coming from England.
A blue.
I gotta hear the backstory.
I got black European in my family before I got Africans, and that's my fifth great grandmama. She came over here in 1838, married my fifth great grandfather, Samuel Godbold. Yep, she a black woman already, no mix. Coming from Europe in 1838. She was 13 years old. My question is, GDN, if you from Europe, right, and you just supposed to be coming over here first time, and you a 13-year-old girl, right? You ain't married my grandfather till you came over here at 10. You married my grandfather, or 13, and married my grandfather at 16. He was 17. And my thing is, where did you stay? Your mama just let you come over here all by yourself at 13 years old? You stayed over here for 3 years and got a husband? How that work?
That was regular. But I do have a question. According to the lineage, right? How many grandparents?
So she had to have some family over here already. Is what I'm.
How many grandparents did you look up? How many lines? Because I'm asking, because between now and the 1700s, you have 200.
That's my seventh great grandmother.
Right, but hold on. I got you.
1792.
I got you. But between now and the 1700s, you have 256 grandparents. Did you look them all up?
I don't know, but I listed the 4 in my familial lines. You did what I'm talking about, the 4 lines all the way back to my 7th great grandparents. I got all of them.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you're missing people.
Now, I mean, I'm sure
like obviously, right? Because
Yeah, I'm sure it's more
between like
elaborate.
right now, you
But my
have
familial line
4
is intact.
grandparents.
There's
Right
like
now, you have 4 grandparents, and then the next generation, that's 8, and then the
right,
generation after that, that's 16, and then the
right.
generation after that, that's 32 different
Two.
people just off
Uh-huh.
of 5 generations. So are you
Yeah, that's
saying that you
easy.
found
Right,
32
5
I'm saying,
grandparents?
generations, but
I'm
5
saying,
generations
I'm
will put
saying
you in
I
the
can
I'm
go
same.
just
back
trying
to
to
my
figure it out. I'm just hold on,
yeah,
because I'm just asking
right.
questions because
It's
we
not
be
that
so
hard.
serious about 2 lines when there's
Right,
256 other people out there, and
right. And
we
then
be so sure that
How you get to
none of them are
256?
African.
none of them.
But you don't even know them all. You just said you didn't look them
No,
all
I
up.
didn't. I didn't say that. You're not
So you
listening.
found all
You're not listen.
256
Yes,
grandparents?
hold on. Listen to me. Do you want to answer or no?
Waiting.
All right. Every single one of my 7th grandparents on my mom's side, my mom's dad's side, and my daddy's side, and my daddy's mama's side. Every single 7th one, I got all of them.
Okay, but you don't have all of your grandparents. That
I
was the
got
point that I
all
was
of them.
making.
If I
You don't have
if,
all
Most
of your
people only
grandparents.
go back like 6
Between
generations. 6
now
generations
and
will put
hold
you in.
on. I'm
any
asking a
further than that?
question. I'm trying to ask a question. So
No,
between now and the 1700s, there's about 256 grandparents. So you saying you have 256 names?
That's not true.
It's not 256 either.
What? Do the math.
No,
Hey, be
All right,
careful.
so
Be careful.
Do the math.
okay, your grandparents gonna live at least what, 60 years? 60 to 70, 80, some I'm
some
talking
of them,
about
yeah.
Well, we're
average.
talking about generations, not lifespan. If you
Yeah,
like, people were
their
having kids at
lifespan is in
15.
the generation. Go ahead.
No, go
The
ahead, dog.
generation
The
is when you have children.
lifespan goes through the generation because you're
Yeah.
going back to the 1700s.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm talking about the generations, right? It's the
How
generation
long is the
itself.
generation?
Like my mother,
Generation is. Go ahead.
my mother is of one generation and I am of a different generation because I am her child. And then my grandmother is of a different generation. So I'm not talking about how old these people are because all three of us are still living, right? I'm talking about when it comes down to how people are conceived and the amount of grandparents that you really do have between now and back then is almost close to 300 people. So what I'm asking is, are you looking up all 300 people, or are you only following your mother's line? As in, you looking for your mother, and then your mother's mother, and your mother's mother's mother, and your mother's mother's mother, right? That's what you're doing. That's that line.
So that's.
But are you looking for your mother's 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 father's
it don't make no sense
father,
because
mother? Are you
but
looking for
that don't make no sense. Yes,
That's a part of your DNA too.
I don't know how to say it any other clearer than yes. I have every seventh grandparent on back down to me. Every one of them. So and then remember
seventh grandparent. That means 7 generations.
1 second. I get it.
So it's only 6 generations.
Genealogy, hold on, or a generation is not about how a person is born, it's when a person is born.
Yeah, it's only 6 generations, so it's 24.
Yeah.
6 generations between where?
You got 4. You got 2 grandparents on your mother's side, 2 on your father's side. 4 times 6, 24.
No,
6 generations to the 1700s.
That's not how that works.
It is.
So like you have a
that-
mother and you have a father, and both of them has 2 parents. That's 4. And then all 4 of those people have 2 parents. That's 8.
That's 4.
And then all 8 of those people have 2 parents. That's 16.
You're doing exactly what I just said. That's 6 times 4.
We already 4
24. I just
generations
did
back.
the math.
We already 4.
No, because the generation after that, all 16 of those people, you will have 16 by a different number. Like,
hold on. In the 4th generation, it'll be what? 16. In the 5th generation, it'll be 20. In the sixth generation, it'll be 24.
Hold on, let's count it. No, let's count it back. Let's count it back. Hold on, let's count it back. I have parents, right? Since y'all want to say that's a different generation, I don't agree with that. I think a generation is a certain span of time, and you and your mother can be born in the same generation. But you know, we can count it back. You dig what I'm talking about? I got 2 parents, right?
One.
And that's one generation. And they got 2 parents, right? That's 4, right? That's 2 generations, right? 8 and 3, 16 and 4, 32 and 5, 64 and 6, and 128 ancestors. Not a lot of people, especially when you got already laid out documents. You dig what I'm saying? But anywhere from between, what is that? That's 128 people.
128, 7 great grandparents.
That's your 7 great grandparent.
Right.
Yeah, I got people way past that on certain ones of my lines. Way back into the 1600s.
You went back into the 16s, son, Kyle.
16s.
Damn.
And the crazy part is, a lot of this, a lot of people won't believe this, or you know, you can take it how they want to. But a lot of it was already laid out for me. When I went to go, first of all, I was told to go look, and then when I went to go look, I found every fucking thing that they told me was there. All them old books, and then it had already been laid all the way out. And then on my grandfather's mother and father side, those are 4 lines in and of itself. Right? One that reached back into the mid 1700s. You did what I'm talking about. And then one that come back to Selassie Tamiyakite in 1792. She came over here as a 14-year-old indentured. She indentured herself from French Guyana. She already had my 6th great grandmother Harriet born. So by the time she was 14 to the time she pop up again on the record at 21, she's no longer indentured. She got 150 acres, a husband, and birthed my Uncle Stephen, my 6th great grandmother's brother, who turn around. This is the crazy part. Harriet and Steve, right, have 2 best friends that live across the street from them named Mark and Harriet. So Mark and Steve are best buds, and Harriet are best buds, and end up marrying each other's brothers. Huh?
Wow, that's a lot of detail.
Really go when you really get into it. Shit be crazy.
Uh-huh.
I can't speak for everybody else in their family, but I have nothing against. If I found some Africans, I wouldn't have nothing against that. I'm just saying, I ain't say nothing against them Europeans I found in there.
Of course. A lot of people don't say anything when they find Europeans in their family. A lot of y'all that are Native Americans and are claiming only Native American ancestry jump at the seams when y'all find some Europeans. But for some reason, out of 128 grandparents, you ain't never found a black man from Africa, but y'all be living in going to public schools. Granddaddy's named Steve. You ain't got no flying Tomahawk Eagle. last names. Like y'all be blowing me a little bit. And that's no disrespect to you or your family, but like y'all be blowing me with this subject.
I think it's funny that historically lost people be pointing at the people that actually know their history and get mad at them.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just noticing a pattern, brother. I ain't mad at you at all.
Like, you know, when a slave, when an enslaved person who a slave, you know, come from a long line of weak ass slave niggas. You dig what I'm talking about? Because we know how to. What I'm saying is no. What I'm saying is, hey, what I'm saying is, when the niggas who got enslaved, I'm not from that stock. I'm not from that. I got my ass beat stock, or white folks did something to me, or took something. I'm not from that.
Wait, hold up, Kyle, relax. She might really be full throttle African. Like, have you seen the African in your
it doesn't matter. We're not talking about her. We just.
I mean, but she the one rapping though.
She may be African, bro. What does that have to do with me and this brother?
Even if I ain't African, I'm African. I'm telling you this right now.
You know, what that got to do?
That's how loyal I am to
our
my
grandmothers being Tunica and Biloxi.
Absolutely nothing. But
Okay,
that's not what she's squabbling though.
Well, what's she talking about? Because that's what I was talking about. I don't know. Go ahead.
I was just mentioning that we have a whole lot of grandparents, and I've noticed that people follow certain lines to get to the information that they want to, and that's why I was asking. So, do you have all 128 names? And at first you said no, and then out of nowhere it's a yes. So I don't know. I'm not going to speak for your genealogy, right? That's on you. But
that's what
hold on, you gotta see. The thing is, you trying to push an ideology, and you made it up.
Anything.
Hold on, you made it up. You just said I said something I didn't say. You said everybody on here heard me say I got all of them. Everybody
you
heard
got
that.
all 120.
Listen. The whole the crazy
because
thing
like
is,
I'm short the number. I'm gonna be very honest. I'll be very honest. At first, I said, hold on. At first, hold on really quickly. At first, I said 256 because I was going back to the 1700s.
About me and my
That's
family.
what
so
I
when
said.
I told you that I got the 128, it just blew your mind.
No, brother. I gave you two separate numbers. Right? I gave you two separate numbers. I gave you the number for how many grandparents you will have if you went to the 1700s, and that's about 256. That's the first number I gave you. You said that you did not have that many in. And we could play playback, right? And then so I shortened the number and I went to the 1800s, which is 120 something, right? So that's why we got to the number that we was, and that's the number that you're starting to agree with, which is fine. Right? I don't know your genealogy. I'm not here to argue your genealogy. But what I do find it interesting that a lot of you Native American, purebred ones like to claim European ancestry, but then don't claim African ancestry, knowing your ass went to a regular ass public school with Jerome and Tyrone and got all of them people in your name. Not an evil flies in your background. And that's all I'm saying. But I'm not talking about you in particular.
Okay.
Wait a minute, that didn't make no sense. So wait a minute, that didn't make no sense. You said because they go to school that make them African.
That's not what I said. Now, if you stop cutting me off, and listen to the entirety of the statement, so you can get the context. What I said was, I find it funny that hush, let me finish what I'm saying, so you can get it correct. So what I'm saying is, okay, brother, tell me what I'm saying, because you know what I'm going to say better than me.
Yeah, exactly, because I actually listened to what you said.
No, that was sarcasm. You don't know what I'm going to say until I say it. And I'm not about to play these manly games with you, where you about to mansplain my ideas to me. I'm tired of it. I had 4 hours of it tonight. So you either can listen to what I'm gonna say and respond to what I say, or we can move on. But you're not about to mansplain to me what I'm about to say. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. It's 1 o'clock in the morning where I am at, and I'm tired of the male chauvinism.
It really don't matter as to what my family got to do with it. So
you're right. You're right. I was making a generic statement at the end. At the end, I said, we be sitting here having these conversations.
Over talking.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying,
can we move some type of way? The Lord. When you start talking about that ancestry and start busting bubbles, they be getting upset. They won't even let you finish the question. Jeez.
Fam going in tonight on that lineage. That's interesting though, cause you were able to go back that far and not one you to pick up one no African lineage, huh?
But Europe. But you got Europe there. Like, oh my God.
Not yet.
What was the I wonder
nobody coming off a boat. I do well, that's not true. Nobody getting off a boat because Selassie Tami Akite came from French Guyana. So
I'm pretty sure the lady that came from Europe was on a boat too. How else did she get there?
Yeah. So like I said that's not true. But but not on a boat from Africa.
Yeah, we got to make sure we're not from Africa. I got it. You're not from there. Got it.
I wonder what was her lineage over from Europe. Where did she come?
About Africa.
Oh, I do. I have, unfortunately,
Africa ain't got nothing to do
in my background. Unfortunately, I'm not proud of my European ancestry.
Yeah, I ain't got shit to do with Africa.
I'm very proud of my African ancestry, though. I'm very proud.
They died not from Africa, though.
Right, I do got Spanish in my background.
She was blue black, but she was from England.
Right. Black as hell.
Oh man, cuz. I hear you, cuz, man.
I'm just saying.
I hear you, brother. For sure.
Listen, I'm just saying Africa doesn't have a stranglehold on melanin. So you know what I'm saying? So just because you brown don't mean you from Africa. You dig what I'm saying? And just because you went to school don't mean you from Africa either. So you dig what I'm saying? I just saying I don't have a problem with Africans or having African genetics. I just haven't been able to prove I have them. I don't practice African culture. I don't have no African ethnicity. I don't have no African heritage.
You got more African in you than any Native. Like our.
I don't have no Native American.
No. You're right. I don't have
no Native American history.
I know you got even less Native American history than
Native
you put on to the Black history. But I just want to be clear. Like I just hear these. I'm trying to. I can be even clearer. I can be even clearer when you're quiet. You can understand everything. I promise you. I can promise you can understand me.
Indian and a Native American are not the same people.
Okay, sir. I get it. Right. You're of the indigenous stock. I got it. Like all I'm just saying is like I heard these stories before, right? And I'm not attributing anything that I'm about to say to you personally.
Right.
It's not about you.
Right.
Okay. Even though it's gonna sound that way. I just find it interesting that we have these conversations I have conversations with indigenous Native American or Indian or the people that were here before the colonizers. That's what I would say. Right? I hear this conversation being had, but there's always this interbreeding with the European Black people. But none of the African Black people. But then you'd only find African roots inside of the Black community. And I would think with all of these Native Americans running around here, our roots would be in Native American ideology or mythology, but it's not. It's in Africa, right? Is that like the way we move is in Africa? I have not met an eagle flies yet, but I met a whole bunch of Tyrones that they got that name from the slave plantation. I've definitely seen that, right? So like it's just interesting that in the Black community there's an uprising of all of these indigenous people when we all go to the same public schools. We all like we're y'all not in a bubble. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna land my plane with this. Every single time I ask them what tribe they talking about, is a tribe that intermingled with Africans. Either they were selling Africans, they were living with Africans, or they were or Seminole, especially if you in New Orleans, my brother. Like what?
Oh no!
You
Oh no! Not
almost if you in New Orleans. If you in Florida, you definitely got that African in you. 'Cause that's what the Seminoles was doing. Like all of these like the main Native American tribes that people use have all been tribes that have intermingled with the African diaspora. So it's just interesting how y'all never find the Africans in y'all lineage.
Would you say
Not you though, not you, cause that was a generic statement.
I ain't gonna lie. I find that interesting too. That we've been told these stories that you Black African jigaboos came over here from the West Coast, we enslaved you, and you mix with these Siberians, right? but when we look at our genealogical records, the things that can be actually proved, not the stories and the mythos, the things that can actually be proved, birth records, death records, we don't find the mix. You dig what I'm saying? I think that's very strange too. But what we do find is hold on one second. Well, the same places that were registered and same people that were just a few years ago registered Indians got changed and then retroactively backwards from 1924 from Indian to Negro, colored, and Black. Huh. Right. So in the same place, every Indian who didn't go to the reservation got changed into a Negro, colored, and Black. Right. And then in the 1920s, hold on one second. And in the 1920s, during the Harlem Renaissance, they created an invented story of African heritage. You dig what I'm talking about? With sisters like Neil Hurston, who stole a Jewish white girl's story and plagiarized it and passed it off as American African.
Blasphemy. And what we're not about to do is disrespect my aunties. And this is what I be having a problem with y'all right here. Right? This is where I have a problem with y'all. Blasphemy.
Is that a lie?
Blasphemy. She is literally the first, like, she's literally the first filmmaker. Like, we're not about to disrespect Zora Neale Hurston like this.
I mean, but how did we disprove what he's saying?
Hey, disprove what I'm saying. I'm saying she got sued for plagiarism, and it was well known because her mentor Herkovitz. You did what I'm talking about.
She worked for white people. Yes.
And hold on, they lambasted her ass for that shoddy scholarship she did. She just stole that white woman story. And the white woman sued her and won. Same thing happened with Alex Haley and Roots. See, this is the crazy part. We keep getting this black ass Kunta Kinte story, but they don't tell you Kunta Kinte is a Choctaw name.
Yeah, I know about that. I got the source on that too.
Yeah, it's in the Choctaw dictionary. Look it up. Means he who speaks to the beaver.
That was brutal.
I think I get what you're saying, Cosby.
I don't like to argue. I don't like to argue their history because see, what I know for a fact is more people came from Africa after 1992 to now than the whole 500 years from 1492 to 1992. I'm saying, yeah, more Africans have come from Africa since 1992 than in the 500 years from 1492 to to 1992. So what I'm saying is, if we got this African heritage, we would know it. Our grandmamas and them would still be named Oranzie or Umbutu or Mbekwe. Still speak that shit in the house. Like, cause see, I got some African friends, and most of they grandmamas and them came over here in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. But they know where they from. They know they from Nigeria. They know they from Cameroon. They know they from these places, right? And their grandmamas and their mamas still speak the language in their homes.
Man, you're not saying that your family don't have African genetics at all, though, are you?
No, I'm not. I can't be sure that I don't know all of them.
Exactly, that was my whole point.
We all come out of, everybody on the
that
planet
was
pretty
my
much.
whole point, that you don't know them all.
I don't agree with
that. That was the point that I was making from the beginning.
No, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree with that?
I think that is Africa theory.
But after y'all done, I do want to talk about Zora a little bit.
Even out of Africa, one second.
What's that, Cos?
Real quick, Cos. He said that everybody come out of Africa, right? So if that's the case, that should be the easiest thing to prove. Why is that the hardest thing to prove while we doing this research? That's all I'm saying.
I say we have different lineages. He's right. Yeah, we have different lineages, but
I'm not saying it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? But why is it so hard to find
cultures
it?
and histories? We're not all the same, but
no.
Yeah, we have different bloodline. Yeah, I can go for that. I vibe what he's saying.
Yeah, and then we're not denying that nobody was ever brought over here.
Right.
You did what I'm talking about.
Right.
But
same thing with my fam. There was mixed in with the slaves and the indigenous too.
I don't believe
out of Alabama. Mm-hmm.
Say it again, Sadiq. I
was just kind of mirror what you were saying. I haven't done the lineage trace, not back that far, but we went back to like the early 1800s. And my family's out of Alabama.
You're gonna go back that far. You're gonna go back farther once you really start looking.
That's what I want to do. I want to go back further. 1600s would be real good if I can go back that far.
Listen, your people, whether you believe this or not, your people are my people, right? Your grandma never gave you a story about the great Western African culture that you come from. Never.
No,
she said, baby, you got that good hair and them high cheekbones because your great-grandmama was a little Choctaw. She was
wow. So now high cheekbones and good hair only belong to Native Americans.
Well, yeah.
This is getting
we were slaves though. We had the slave history.
Let me just
we
say
had that
this
and we had the slave. We had slaves.
Let me just say this really quick about the population that y'all love to point out, that the fact that only a small percentage of people came from Africa to the United States of America, but what y'all always leave out is the breeding camps that were in America that produced most of these people. So these people came from Africa, went to breeding camps and multiplied by the thousands. That's where we get the name motherfucker from. They were breeding them.
Hey, listen,
to be very clear, and to be clear, the Native American, hold on, let me finish my sentence. Hold on. And the Native American women don't have that same story. They were not trying to breed the Native American woman. They were sterilizing them at that time. They were breeding the black woman to create more slaves and killing off the Native American women and their children to take their land. There's a whole book about it.
Hey, listen, anyway, hold on. Hey, listen,
so that shit goes crazy.
Let me handle this.
Okay. I got a real quick question. It's a simple question. It's a simple question.
No.
Wait, hold on. I want to know if she can name one person, one black female on this breeding camps. Can you name one person? On these breeding farms? Can you name one of them?
I can show you where they at. They in Maryland.
No, name a person.
Like, what are we talking about? There's a whole history behind Maryland, North Carolina, and South Carolina for having breeding camps. That's where they went to. So you want me to know a name of a woman that wasn't seen as property when I could show you the entire institution of what they were doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? So now breeding camps aren't real. Now we're so indigenous American. Now the breeding camps ain't real.
I just want to hear it.
I understand it.
Hey, this is why I wanted to get it out before we went left.
OT Keezy.
Listen, this is the thing. Shout out my dog OTK because we go in on this all the time. We never said, I agree, there were breeding camps, especially in the Caribbean. But where we disagree on, and also I agree that people were taken from the western coast of Africa. I agree with that. And enslaved in the Caribbean, and they were in those breeding camps. I'm not disagreeing with none of that. But what I do disagree with you is who exactly was the person being put on the boat from the western coast of Africa? Because I don't think that they're Africans at all or from that continent. Because guess what? What we have documented for over 400 years is the Ottoman Empire, along with the Corsairs, and along with the Vikings, raiding and raping everything from the Pillar of Hercules all the way to Siberia, and enslaving these people in North and South Africa, and they are white folks being put on slave ships and enslaved in the Caribbean. And guess what? This is why when you always mix a so-called copper-colored Indian and a blue-black African, how do it make a mulatto every time? Because one of them is white, and it's the African. The nigga, there ain't no African people. Ain't no true African people. Them people is Nigerian. They from Sierra Leone. And it's the white people. And listen, and hold on, because this is where you get the word hillbilly from. Because them people was enslaved in the mountains down there. This is where you get your word redneck. Because them niggas was enslaved in the mountains. This is where you get your name Mountain Johnny from. You don't know what that is. Because you can't.
Was Mountain Johnny hillbilly or any of them called nigger?
I documented the people being put on the boats.
No, you don't. You don't, and you're lying. And I'm sorry, but like the reinterpretation of history that you're doing is wild, brother. And like, just be Indigenous American. You ain't gotta rewrite history to be an Indigenous American. Just do it.
But I gotta let y'all know that history you don't know. I ain't up here talking about what you do know. I'm telling you what you don't know.
It sounds like you're saying a lot of fallacious statement, but okay.
It could sound like cognitive dissonance.
No, it sounds fallacious. It sounds very fallacious. It sounds very fallacious to talk about the Vikings going from where they're from to Siberia, then somehow connect that to how Africans are an African. I'm still trying to figure out that jump. Right, and then on top of that, right? Wait, hold on. We cannot always talk together, cause I continue to go on mute when you're talking. This is not a song. We're not singing. You don't know what I'm about to say, and I thought everything you just said was some bullshit. But I sat on mute and let you talk that bullshit. I let you do it. I let you do it. I let you talk your bullshit. I ain't cut you off. I ain't do none of that. I waited patiently until you were done. And well, you are never done, to be very honest, right? Like, come on, you gotta learn how to take a breath and take a chill pill. Be cool by the pool.
Here's the one who's been up here talking 5 straight hours.
Yeah, because today was about me. Make a day about you, and then we'll talk about you for 5 straight hours. Like the
You can't I'm smarter than you, ISSA Queen. You can't.
We all fam at the end of the day.
Look. Now we losing the frontal cortex.
Like I can just as ignorant or belligerent, or just be just as calm and demure as you are. What I'm saying is, I'm giving you back what I'm getting, and you ain't liking it.
No, you're not giving me back what you're getting. I'm actually giving you silence. You ain't gave me that yet. Like, now you're starting to do it, but like every time I'm talking, you talking with me. Like, what is going on?
My brother dying in fact.
Yeah,
my brother cracking up.
Copper Draco laugh at anything. He like dying, what's man. That little dog that you said? What's that?
He's trying to call you a little hyena from Lion King.
He say, hey, we tell Copper Draco, say it again. He say Mufasa, that nigga get to get.
I told you I'm talking about Lion King. I know
Right.
No, that's my dog. That's my brother.
If you cooking, I'm
He
laughing.
just crazy. He just crazy. Chicken Little. That's my dog, though.
Yeah, my fam in Alabama, we had the slave ancestry, and from the indigenous side, and also we have Africans ancestors that were brought
Man,
over,
listen, man. Listen, man.
and
All right. Listen,
but
man.
like
I done heard all of this.
yeah,
Hey,
I'm
Queen,
a, I'm a, I'm a, I'm a
Chiefess,
fin-
Isness.
let me
Yeah,
finish
I
this
know,
point
man.
out, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, one
mute your
second.
mic up real quick, man. Yeah, you been
Hey,
on
no,
So
real
let him
quick.
get it out.
let me
OG
finish this
got.
point,
Let him
brother.
get it out.
My
He was
bad, my
talking.
bad. Cause
You
part,
got
For
to
sure.
I
So
ain't
it
here. My bad. My bad. I got a little
just be
delay.
a few sentences, and so
No, I
pretty
got
much
a
long
delay.
story.
My
The
bad,
long
Sadiq, bro.
for sure.
Thousand pardons.
Uh,
Thousand pardons.
and just the long and short of it, we pretty much how I understand it is that my family was here out of Alabama. We moved to Michigan, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so it was just a lot of work. And I heard when she was telling me, it was a lot of my family throughout the years was telling me pretty much it was a lot of work. The original Euros bringing
What
a
year
lot of
your
people
people come
over,
up to the D, bro?
and so, huh?
What year your people come up towards the D?
Oh, like the early
Oh, you
30s,
bet. You
30s and
bet. I was
40s.
about to say you bet not say the 30s because I bet you probably came up here with some Joneses, some Howards, some
Right,
Harringtons.
Joneses, Thomases, and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Them all my people that came up here from Alabama, Perry
You
County.
got folks from Alabama too. Oh, my
Listen,
folks
I'm
are.
telling you, my granddaddy was born in Perry County, Alabama.
Is that
He came up here in
Leeds and
32.
Vincent and Leeds and
All them we got Harringtons. We got what is they?
I
God,
got we got McDaniels,
Darnell,
McDaniels and
Darnell's, Washingtons. We got
okay.
You got
uh
Washington, and you
yeah,
wasn't slave.
all of that is in my family.
Yeah, it probably indirect related if you go back. A lot of people are from that area of
We
Alabama like
came
that.
up here.
Yeah, that's
My
I mean,
central.
granddaddy
I'm
was
from that
born in
area, Alabama,
32.
as
Charles
well.
Barkley, Tariq Nasheed. A lot of people are like from that little nuke
My
right up in
granddaddy
there.
was born in 32. He came up
Really?
here in 36.
Yeah, that's so. After they got there was a lot of work bringing these guys over from Africa, particularly in the as the later slavery started winding down. They kind of just before it ended, they kind of just end up stopped doing that mostly. And so you notice that the slave population, so called, exploded.
You
That's
said back
because they
in
started
Africa.
renaming people
You
that was
trying to
already
slip that
here.
in there?
And
Yeah.
No. You
they
got
start
no
renaming.
proof
They
that
start
they was bringing
reclassifying
these
people.
people from Africa, bro. You
Right.
got
It
no
wasn't.
proof that they was bringing these people from
It was
Africa.
just it's
I like
some
how you
it's
trying to
some brought
slip that
over,
in there this
but it wasn't
time.
to the.
Boy,
Let me
you
just
was
run that point
smooth
out,
with
brother. Let me
that.
finish the point.
Boy, you was
It
smooth
just
with
wasn't
that.
so. It
Boy,
wasn't
I
the
swear to
the
God.
heavy.
You was
Let me show that.
slipperier than eel sperm, boy.
Hey, Sadiq,
The volume that they say was
what
kind of
number?
misleading.
What number?
But
What number you rocking with, Sadiq? Like,
I
what number
think
you
after they
rocking
got
with?
their weight up, they just began to just reclassify us here, and then the numbers just kind of
How
exploded,
many? How
took
many
off
you
then.
feel? How many Africans you feel like was brought over? Like, what's your number?
From the
Into
sources I understand,
North America.
anywhere
Into
between
North
roughly
America.
between 250 to 300,000, 400,000, right up in there. That's
Okay.
it.
Well, you more
That's it. Yeah.
realistic than
But yet we
yeah.
got
Okay.
millions. There's a million. But see, that's because they're beginning to reclassify people. They did have some breed. There was some breeding
Yeah,
too.
hold
Like the
up.
Queen was
How
saying, there
you
is some
how
breeding,
you go
but
from
they couldn't breed
how you
tens
go
of
from
millions. They could breed,
200,000 to
in
saying
such a
we had
short period of
millions
time. Is what
though?
I'm saying.
Hey, that's a
So they,
good question,
One
Draco.
mic, y'all. One
Hey,
yeah. I
mic.
just
Why
want to get
y'all
this point
all
out.
where
over
was
top
those
of Sadiq
Yeah,
finishing
just
300,000
his
hold on. You
people
point?
guys,
brought at?
exactly. Yeah.
What's
Thanks.
going on?
Thanks, A1. And so yeah, it's just that they
Oh, my
begin. It was
bad,
just too.
A1. My bad, A1.
It was just too much work to bring people over. It
Hey,
was
I
too much. It
thought
was
you
too
was asleep.
expensive. You would also lose a lot of the cargo would die. So it just and it's hey, then after they got their weight up, they didn't have to do that no more. So they said, you know what? We got all these motherfuckers over here, Indians and shit. Well, hey, why don't we rename about a couple few million of these guys
And
and
the
call
funny part is,
yeah,
I'm not
like you
disagreeing
were
with you,
saying,
but
cause like you
hold
were
on.
just
The
like what you
funny
were saying.
part, Sadiq,
What's up?
that's the same message that so-called Christopher Colombo messaged the very first day. He
Yeah,
said, if you
it just
give
makes
me,
more sense. Yeah, you just convert them
he
here. You don't have
said,
to keep bringing them right. It's
he
just
said,
cheaper. Yeah, you know.
listen to what he said though.
What's
First of
that?
all, we know by documentation what's been
Oh,
proven
that's very well
that
done. Right,
that
right.
the
Very well documented.
the so-called triangular slave trade, or what they like to call the Middle Passage, started in America, went to Europe first,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then went to Africa, and so-called came back to the Americas. Right? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah. A
then
lot of people went from
you know,
came
like
from
the
here, went over
Trojan,
to Europe. Right. Right. Exactly.
you know what I
That's well
mean?
documented. Right.
And so Colombo says when he's writing back to the Queen, he tells him, if you gave me 150 men, right? And I think the number was 20 war dogs.
You talking about Isabella?
Yeah, Princess Isabella. He's writing back to them in his correspondence. He said, if you gave me 150 trained real soldiers, he was like, these people over here that we just met, they don't even got steel.
Right.
Right. So he was like, these people that we met on this island of Hispaniola, if you give me 50 men, we'll lay this whole island down.
50 men with guns.
So that was Colombo's thought, but that's because he ran up on some peaceful people. Right? We had people who was truly peaceful, never had been to war, truly pure vegetarian, never had killed anything, nothing. We had them type of people.
There was vegetarians.
We had them niggas
easy going as hell. They wasn't no, they was vegetarian thugs. Them niggas didn't want no beef with nobody. Vegetarian thugs.
And then it's some niggas that's just not having it.
Right.
You said Colombo ran up on some vegans, man.
Yeah, that nigga Colombo said, you give me 50 good men and 20 war dogs, I'll lay this whole bitch down. I'll lay it down. Everything. I have all of it.
But I got African ancestry though.
Problem with that?
It's a queen. I got African ancestry.
They kind of see niggas as
I'll just let it because I gotta clear something up for
almost the same as the African story.
I'm still on Zora.
I got African ancestry. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm sorry. I'm of the thought that we all have African ancestry. I'm not in this idealism that any of us is pure one race, because that doesn't make sense in 2026. It just doesn't, especially if a part of your story is, some of the Native Americans didn't want to go to the reservation. So where did they go?
They stayed where
they was classified as colored or whatever it is. Brother,
okay.
I'm still speaking. You can classify it, the Native, they got classified as colored or whatever it is, but they didn't go to some bubble. They was probably living in where colored people lived. They probably got married to some colored man or woman, or their children did, because all of the other Native Americans was on the reservations, unless they was out there pointing at each other out like, wait, is you Native American? All right, man, you can do it. You not, because I don't see that in our history. I don't see inside of our communities where we're having side Native American blocks and all of this other stuff. I'm not seeing that.
Well,
so what information do y'all have to prove that once these Native Americans left the reservation, came and intermingled with us, that they were now racist towards us and would not breed with us?
Yeah. Well, I don't know where you got that idea from. Nobody is stating that, so I don't know where you're coming from with that. But my
purity ideology.
Hold on, my whole point was that the people who didn't go to the reservation, right? The people right in the city, never left a farm, never went nowhere, got changed into coloreds, Negroes, and blacks.
Okay.
So they didn't go anywhere.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. And to act like you dig what I'm saying. I understand the mix, but I also understand that there's also only one race. Right? Now, you may not believe that. You may not believe that, and you think man is somehow different because his epidermis is different.
That's not true. I don't believe that. Don't put stuff on me.
I say you may. I
don't.
I don't. Okay, if you don't, I'm not putting that on you. But there are many.
Hey, Kyle, when was the last? Didn't they start? Didn't they go up to recent years, even renaming, reclassifying Indians to Negroes? I think didn't they go up to the 20s, 1920s?
1924, Walter Plecker and them.
Right.
They went back. They went all the way.
That's
back
not that long ago.
Right. No, it's not. That's just 100 years ago.
Right. I'm not arguing
No,
that
no, no.
that
We're
didn't
not saying
happen. What
arguing.
I'm
No,
arguing is that
Wait, hold on one
this
second. I'm
any
not arguing
this
with you. I'm just
purity,
giving you
this pure
information.
blood, like they giving it's
But
giving Slytherin, right? It's I don't know if y'all Harry Potter fans. I'm sorry, but it's given the pure they're the pure Native Americans, and we're all Muggles out here.
No,
Like that's
I
what
wouldn't. I'm not saying that. No, I got African
and nobody,
ancestry. Yeah,
nobody is stating that. You know what I
but
mean?
then I got the indigenous too. You know,
Yeah, you
too.
got
right
But
because we're a
right,
mixed bag. We're
right.
mixed.
Hold on, there are indigenous Africans.
It's three of y'all talking at the same time. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what. No, that's why. That's why I
That's
was
the only way
trying
you
to
could
be
talk
quiet.
tonight. Like
My
that's
sister,
where we at.
hold on, my sister just cut me off. My sister cut me off.
Go ahead, Cos.
Yeah,
Or whoever. I
it's
mean,
all good.
it's
It's
Queen. I
all
don't know
good.
if it's Queen was speaking.
Yeah.
Cos.
So you know, I don't think anybody is saying that. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody is saying you got Muggle blood or you less of this because your people come from Africa. Nobody, no, I don't think nobody has ever said that. You dig what I'm saying? I don't have anything against Africans, but I also am real enough and old enough, right, to have lived in Detroit my whole life, and I'm around these people. I know for a fact in Nigerian homes they teach that they are different than us.
Right.
They are.
Right.
They
Oh
call
yeah.
us, they got a
hands
word,
down.
they got a word that they call us over here, right? And I know this because I dated a girl from Africa. Right? They call us this word called akata.
Right.
And we
I know my
call
mail's going to die
African
laughing on
booty
this.
scratches. We all got words, brother. Like you're not saying nothing. Like you're not about to.
Hey, but you know what? The difference is in my home. The difference is in my home. My mama sent that 19 cent to the starving kids in Africa. My mama did have.
Your mama sent that 19 cents to the white man, brother. She got
listen,
robbed.
my mama. What I'm saying is, my mama did have the red and black and green and shit. We did show reverence to Africa when I was coming up, but I didn't get that. We didn't get that. My friends from other places, especially Africa, got taught hate, got taught like white people against brown people in America, and those are things that I'm not guessing. I know this, right? So, and I got called in the kata to my face.
Mm-hmm.
You did what I'm talking about. So you did what I'm saying. It's all good. I ain't tripping. You did what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to be blind to the reality.
Right, but what I'm saying is that you're blanketing an entire group of people because of how you feel about a couple of few that you know.
Who do I
right?
feel about?
And Kaz, chill out. Be cool by the pool, brother.
Kaz be ready
Sit
to
back
go.
and eat your food.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Take a sip of water. Like, nah, brother, why don't you run your mouth? You gotta take a breath.
Let's hear the Queen, Let's hear the Queen.
I just gotta say this. I don't feel no way about no Africans or nobody.
I heard you. I heard you.
We gotta hear the Queen now.
You gotta put your feet in the water sometimes. So all I'm saying is that I just don't believe that we are a pure anything. Nobody here is pure African. Nobody here is pure European. Well, pure great British. Nobody here is pure French because we intermingled so much. So this idea that you don't have any other nothing else in your background and it just bothers that you would claim the European ancestry but completely skip over the African ancestry when we know that all life comes from Africa. So like just off the basis of where the people come from, you can't even put yourself in that situation, and it just goes crazy for me. And then secondly, Native Americans, a lot of them, especially the ones that went to the reservation, they got to live in a bubble. So they could be pure, whatever they want, all the live long day, but they kind of mix with white. We're not going to act like that's not a thing. Right? But when the Native Americans that decided to intermingle and still be into the world. You trying to tell me that they just wasn't attracted to black people? Like that doesn't make
Hey,
sense
listen,
to me.
Queen.
I mean, the whole
Especially when we know the history about the Seminoles. We know the history
Right.
about the Cherokees. And some of them,
No,
sold.
no.
Brother OTK, you just got here. Can
So I'm
you be
Aboriginal
cool by
to
the pool?
America. I don't
I
really
don't know what
Okay, my bad.
do
My bad. It's
Hey,
do
y'all both
my
trying.
the
bad.
How y'all both trying to cut her off at the same time?
right.
My bad.
Like I need y'all to calm down.
It's
It's not this
Are y'all
deep.
getting whooped on that bad?
Listen to
Like,
the
yeah,
I
Queen
mean,
yeah.
it's
talk.
only
I
one woman. Are y'all getting whooped
don't
on
It
know
was
that
how
one
bad?
woman.
I'm trying to
My
figure it
bad.
out because it,
figure it out.
from the, it definitely looked like it.
Do some figuring.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm bowing down.
So good
Back,
figure.
hey,
Queen.
My bad.
remember the one day when I was
Figure.
like, if y'all
I
keep cutting him
figure.
off, I'm gonna give him an
Yeah,
extra
I don't
minute,
know about
and
you.
you was like, give him 5. Like he need all day. Like y'all not letting her talk. Like so she must be whooping y'all.
Yeah.
Hey,
Queen, yeah,
Weezy
Wah,
be
wah,
instigating.
wah.
Yeah, it's
So
just a
go
lot
ahead.
of
As you were saying, it's the queen.
yeah, it's just a lot of misinformation that's being told. And you don't have to like turn all Africans white. You don't have to make all Nigerians racist. You could just be a Native American. Just be that. But you don't have to do the extra steps. And that's all I'm saying. Like I'm of the idea that we're all mixed. I have white in me. I like literally one of my family last names is Birmingham. I'm from the Alabamas just like y'all.
yeah.
That's how I be
Where your folks from, Queen?
Birmingham. And I'm
Birmingham.
from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And we were like, I'm from
Yeah.
the country.
On both sides. Both sides. Your mom and dad.
Yeah,
No,
nigga,
my
nigga
dad comes
Birmingham.
from Georgia.
Okay.
My father's side of the family is a little bit more cryptic. I'll give him that much. You know, people be having issues. So, but with my mother's side, and this is how I really know that we gotta be hyper vigilant when we're talking about these things,
Right.
because even on my mother's side, it's so convoluted. It's so many different moving parts when it comes to our lineage. I find Native Americans in there. I find all of that. And you know one thing, and I'm gonna land my plane with this. One thing that my colorist family members used to say is we are the Native American ones because of our high cheekbones and our long hair. And if you go into Africa, you'll find high cheekbones and long hair. It's not just like black people can grow their hair. Like it's not a thing
Let me
that
ask you
doesn't
something,
happen.
Queen.
So y'all gotta you stop using the racist talking points to prove y'all point. That's the
Let me
part that
ask
be getting me.
you.
And I land
Yeah.
there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, from my family, they told we're pretty much how I understand my family lineage. I'm pretty much like Euro, indigenous, and so a little bit of the red native. I kind of reserve the native code for the red guy, for the Asians, the Asian native, so-called red Indian. But a little bit of the native guy, and then just the indigenous black Indian, so-called Indian, and then the slave, the actual African slave that was brought over. I'm a mix of my lineage have those three guys mixed up.
Yeah, you feel like you
That's
a
all.
whole ethnogenesis?
Pretty much, yeah. Because I'm not actually African, not continental African per se. I'm not native red, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not indigenous Shawasi, I'm not definitely I'm not we got cut off from all that, over the last 100 years or so, 150 years. So
No,
we have great
I respect that. Now, let
uh-huh.
me ask you one more thing. Like, okay, it's kind of like a three-part, all in one question. Do you
What's
feel
that?
like you are ethnogenesis, or that you're mulatto, or somehow both?
I would say at the end of the day, those three. Yeah, I got the red guy, the white guy, and the African guy. The guys who was brought over. I got those guys in my history. Got the some of the tribes out of I would say the southeast India, around Alabama, Georgia tribes over there, and also the Maroons play a part in our area of Alabama. It's a lot of rich history over there. Got some
Mm,
lineage, and
yeah,
and then
I
you
respect
got
that.
you got the
Now,
slave
now,
master, yeah. I mean, white guy.
now,
Yeah.
Would
pretty
you?
much all it is.
I respect that. Would you be able to like would you be able to source up all of those? Like you actually got the sources to all three of those?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we got up in our trunk. We have the trunk. We have a trunk in our upstairs in our attic. Got a lot of the stuff in it, all of the photos, all the oh man, it's like man, we got the medical records. So we our
And you know
history.
what you should do, Sadiq Rob, when you go in there, next time
That's
you
dope.
get your genealogy and all that stuff lined up and you get it all stuff, go look at who you say was a slave, right? And go look who owned him and see if that's his father.
Right.
Or go
That's
look and see
yeah. I
if
was doing some of that. I was trying to do
something
that, but it just
around.
got it's just
Because I
that's
found
rough,
this a
man.
lot. Because my people owned more slaves, and I ain't found none yet.
Really?
Yeah, but see what it was they were indenturing their children in the 1840s, 1850s.
Right.
Still,
That's what my
they
great
was doing
grandmother, three greats back. Yeah, she was born in
they was
1848.
doing not it's not schooling, it's got a name where I teach you a skill, right? Over a amount of time. It's almost like an indenture, but it's not. You're not enslaved. And you have rights and all that stuff and everything. It's called like a prepar okay, basically, let's say me and Sadiq Ra brothers, right?
Okay.
Sadiq Ra has a iron factory. He knows all about smithing, and he got a whole bunch of girls, right? This is my brother now, my blood brother, and I got a cotton and sewing place, and I know that's my skill, but I got all boys because that's my brother. You did what I'm talking about, and we got indentures to go over there and learn a trade. But they got a name for it. When you teach them a trade, it's called not apprenticeship. It's called, but it's like an apprenticeship.
Like an apprenticeship.
Yeah, and
Like,
they learn the skill. They learn the
internship.
skill over an amount of time, but then would in a sense be your quote unquote slaves and dentures, but in fact they're your nephews that you've been teaching smithing for 7 years, right?
Okay.
And then that it would look like, because I paid taxes on these indentures, that I got your 7 daughters as slaves, but in fact these is my nieces, and I'm teaching them how to grow cotton and run the gin and sew.
Damn. Okay.
And so that's what was happening. I found in my family personally, right? So when we see, and then I also found that we own.
I got voting records mainly and medical records, burial sites. I found a lot of my burial. Not to cut you off, but just to add that this is important too. The burial sites is critical. That's hard evidence right there. That's like hard facts right there. If you can find that. So I was able to trace back to the definitely. I mean, I found a lot of my relatives that were born in the early 1800s, their grave sites and the photos and so forth and addresses and things. I still got it, and I'm still uncovering. I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done. I want to go down there, man, and visit down there, bro. You know, at some point this year, next year, go down there and visit some fam down there while I'm at it, and visit some of those. And that's when you really tie all the dots together. When you get on there, you actually talk to some of the people that's actually still down there. You know, that's when you really just take it all the way home. There, and they have trunks in there. They have trunks in their attics. You know.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, I've been doing this genealogy for a minute now. You know what I mean? Getting myself together. You dig what I'm saying? I just found 120 acres given to my third great grandfather from the president to his heirs forever.
Interesting.
He fought in the Civil War.
Interesting. And so, you know, people that was former slaves, we had a lot of record keeping people that was former slaves. They kept track of us real tightly.
They weren't slaves. Most of these people could write, read. You dig what I'm talking about? They owned farms and families and had wives and own things. They may have been indentured for a while as children, like Lincoln. You dig what I'm talking about? Like Madison, like Adams. All of them indentures, all of them white. You dig what I'm talking about? Well, Lincoln got a little something in him. He got something. But
He said, yeah, Lincoln. Yeah, you talking about Lincoln Park being black or part black?
yeah, he got
Yeah.
he got
Right.
melunging in him. He
Yeah, that's what I've read something similar about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he got some melunging. He got a little lungy. He all good though. He all right. He did the right thing in the end.
Right. Oh man, yeah.
Salute to
so much to uncover. I'm trying to get it uncovered just in case they start paying these reparations, bro.
Hey, look, the thing is,
Keep it 100.
I found out though.
We gotta get this paperwork right.
We ain't gonna get no reparations for slavery.
I'm optimistic, brother. I think it's a matter of time, personally.
You ain't gonna. Nobody ever is gonna get reparations for slavery.
I don't know. I'm optimistic. I think right now we're getting closer. Remember, I would just say this. Remember, a few short years ago, this would be utter mockery.
Well,
They would laugh off us. They would actually laugh off the internet. We would get laughed off of here, right?
Yeah. But reparations
not anymore.
Reparations ain't about. First of all, if you wasn't going through what was documented here, you did what I'm talking about, and your peoples have been back here and been on that indigenous record prior to 1830s, 1820s, when they start really counting.
Right.
1840s. Because see, the thing is, they didn't put Africans on census records. So that right there, right? No Africans got on census records before 1870. Period. So if you got records to 1860, 1850s, 1830s,
when they start classifying the freeman class, yeah, that's right up in there.
You a nigga, you from that free people of color.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's what we've been. That's what I think the common consensus more or less is. If you can go back to the 1870 census,
Negro doesn't mean African. That's what Carlos is saying. Negro don't mean African.
Because I'm
saying color don't mean African.
And they created that black system to lump everybody into one to make you powerless. Because if
take
I'm
your
always,
identity away.
Listen, my thing is, if I'm always looking way over in Egypt, trying to find some connection to Ra,
right,
nigga, I never worry about what the fuck is under my feet. And
that's true.
Why do I have 42 acres on Huron land? Somebody got to explain why my family is in the Hurons.
Right.
Why ain't we in the Hosa tribe with a click language?
And they didn't have a problem with us when we was really, pretty much worship. I would say, fair to say, given that we were embracing Africa, like almost to worship in Africa at the time, back in the last 60 years.
Yeah.
And they were just, the government would fund African studies in other colleges in our communities. They would bring African guys, continental African guys, to even teach the courses. And we just rolled like that for quite a while. It's just that right now it's a whole renaissance going. It's like a whole new vibe, dude, and it's really shaking a lot of motherfuckers up. A lot of people getting shook up over it. Yeah.
And this is why delineation is key.
It's a whole new It's a whole new day. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Because you guess what delineation does for you, Sadiq Ra? Right off tops.
What's that?
It lets you know who with you and who ain't.
Pretty much.
So we already know who. Everybody who talk bad about you got to be crazy, Cosmon. You ain't never found no African. You ain't found one neither. You get what I'm talking about? No, I've never found an African. I ain't found one. Don't have a problem with finding one. I'm just being truthful. I don't have one yet. Maybe if I keep going back and way back before anybody before we was here.
It shouldn't be that hard to find though.
My thing is from the time a nigga was on here, I was here. That's all I'm saying. And then now we looking at haplogroups that's taking us back to fucking hundreds of thousands of years. We got not only AOOO from your boy out of South Carolina, but shout out to Raymond Moses. His DNA is a quadruple O, going back 700,000 years. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. So every time we think we got it, what I've noticed over my time of being a truth seeker, right, is that every time the world thought they had it, soon as they thought they had it in their grasp, boom, truth blow that bitch out the water. Something they this is debunking this and what we thought for 350 years.
Hey, quick question, Sadiq. And no,
Sure, brother.
I ain't judging nothing like that. I just want
Go ahead,
to know
brother.
your opinion. How you feel about what's your take on DNA? Like, you feel like it's official or
DNA, man. You know what? The jury's still out on that. I'll say this. Take it with a grain of salt. You got 4 groups on them. You got the Mongoloid, you got Negroid, you got the Euro, and there's a third. It's a Denisovian guy. You got what's the other guy? It's like 4 guys: the Chinese guy, Indian guy, white guy, and you got a black guy. And so no matter, like for instance, the Creek Indian. There's no genetic marker. If this person needed to justify his lineage for maybe reparations or for federal financial reimbursement, whatever, he needed to establish his lineage. A genetic test wouldn't necessarily help him because there's no marker for Creek Indian, given how they got that name. I won't go into all of that, but if somebody want to, I can go into it. But pretty much the name was fallacious. They were just given that name because of where they hanging out at, where they were kind of frequenting. So they, the white guys came over and gave him a fictitious name freaking. So the guy can take a test anyway. He could take what's going to happen what's going to probably show up in his results. It's going to show up as Asian, right? It'll come back Asian, some degree of African, because everybody's gonna come back pretty much African DNA, right? So have African in there as probably some kind of baseline, and they don't have Asian in that mofo, and probably is white or whatever. Or probably mostly Asian if he's a red guy been here for a while, probably mostly Asian and African, and give or take some slithers of here and there other stuff. So it's not specific enough to give you a direct lineage per se, in my opinion.
Okay.
But
Somebody got an echo. Tahuti. Thank you.
But I would say take the test, but I would say take the test with a grain of salt. But this is how I would prefer to find out my lineage, because I ain't gonna tell anybody do nothing I wouldn't do. What I would do, I would have those documents like what we were all talking about. The Indians that have established the true Indian. I know they got the $5 variety over there. We got a rock walking around here, the white guy dressed up playing, pretendian or whatever, $5 whatever. But at any rate, with that being said, what make them even qualified to get that in the true red one, that's actually authentically the red Indian, they have documentation and cultural paraphernalia to establish their lineage, not genetic test. This is very critical to know.
Yeah, but that also allows people to usurp culture and pawn it off as their own.
If you have your like, for instance, my documents. Not with my stuff, they can't. Not by I give it to them, whatever. But we're not going. I want to introduce other variables. Where if I keep my documents safe and stored and secure like they're supposed to be, until I need to prove my lineage, maybe for instance for reparations, a genetic test, an African guy could come over here. like it's the Queen said, an African guy come over here and say, you know what, I have relatives as well. And our genetic test will look similar. The genetic results would be 30% Nigerian, and he's 30% Nigerian, right? You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't have the American experience or lineage.
And then not only
the
that,
difference that's going to make or break you, particularly if there's money involved. I'll just stop there. I think we get the point.
No, I agree, and I think the problem is the major problem is the reference panel used initially. See, they used one guy. He's from New York. He's half African, half European, and they count him as, and they use his panel reference from New York to base everybody in America off.
Right, exactly.
His name is James, and if I'm not mistaken, that's his last name, James, and he is the panel reference that they use for all Americans. So this is why a lot of people who are quote unquote black, indigenous, whatever, you don't get any actual scientific proof of anybody kin to you in Africa, but you get the hits to actual live people who live in Europe or America. Because that's where you're gonna find the remnants of your real stock, and you're gonna have the most in the stock that's not and represented the least, and that's gonna be in Americans, and that's where you're gonna find most of your living cousins in the America through the actual science that the DNA test finds. DNA is good for finding who my grandfather is.
If it's a direct, yeah, I would go. Now that it's pretty good for that. It's great for that. Actually,
it's great for that.
It's fantastic. No, I don't think no one's gonna really argue that. Right.
If I need to get a blood test
and
done or something like that,
forensic science, and somebody murdered somebody, right? They need to find it.
Yeah,
right.
Any of that,
rape, or
it's good. It's great for that. But prove it. But DNA says itself. DNA says itself, and you can Google this because it's in the white papers. It's going to come up in Google. DNA says itself. It cannot prove nationality, heritage, ethnicity, or culture.
Right.
How you think you're going to spit in a tube and find out that your grandmama prayed in a synagogue 1,000 years ago?
Right. Yeah, makes sense to me. I mean, so we got photographs, we got like relics and shit. Like we got grave sites, photos, voter records, medical those things are going to stay. In my opinion, it's going to give credence.
That's going to stand the test.
Government issued documents from back in the early 1900s and shit like that.
Sadiq, you can't even bring a DNA test in the court without the genealogy. It's baseless.
Right. They're not going to. The Native American don't even rely on this. They don't rely on this.
That's what because it's not usable. It's not that they don't rely on it. They can't rely on it
right now, bro. That's why
because
these reservations right now.
Yeah, and listen, 24,000 got kicked up off of them right now. 80 recognized so-called federal tribes no longer exist.
Some of them off. Yeah, I ain't surprised.
They no longer exist because these niggas is out here faking.
Right.
You from Asia, you from India.
You said they false flagging?
False flagging. You from all these other places. You mixed in with the coolie people.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? You mixed in with the coolie people. You forget that you came in and you sided with the Mexicans, and then once the Mexicans lost, you sided with the Americans against your own people. You forget that you Apache niggas. That's how you got your lane.
Right. Yeah.
You niggas much. Came over here. Most of the niggas came over here about 1806 to between 1806 and 1820 when them niggas was fighting on the side of Mexico. Them niggas came over here as willing slaves.
Cosmo, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. They don't know American history. All they know is African history, bro. They don't know American history.
You gonna learn today.
You know what I mean, Draco? Hey, Draco, you already know how I get down. Hey, dog. Hey, Draco, am I lying, though? These motherfuckers can tell you about an African pyramid or African tribe or Jewish language or Hebrew or Muslim from over there before they tell you about their own fucking genealogy.
They can't tell you where their second great-grandmama was even born.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's sad.
Crazy work.
Sad as fuck.
Hotel family.
And tell a nigga who actually know he don't know who he is. This is why we gotta stop listening to everybody. Do your own freaking.
Hey, can you make him land his plane real quick?
No, let Cosmo cook, man. And when he's playing,
he's not really cooking that. I don't know. Like the food is burning. Like the kitchen is on fire now. Like you need to take it off the pan or something, dude. Put it on a plate or something.
If they go back into
take it off the pan and put it on a plate.
Their history is not gonna be my history.
Just letting them crash out on when they come to Africa. Everybody get to crash out.
Yeah, it's a monkey.
Everybody get to crash out when they come to Africa.
You got a monkey.
You know,
he can fly for however long he wants to.
He came up in
When
here
it come to Africa, y'all can fly however long y'all want to.
Yeah, you can throw shit all you want to, you little monkey.
Ooh, that was a good one right
big
there.
one.
That
Like
was
every
deep.
time you
That
say
was
some wild
profound.
racist African stuff. Like, what's going on? Why we can't just be Native Americans and not be racist against
Why we
Africa?
just can't all be disrespectful?
Like, come on. Like the racism against Africa is going rampant.
You did what I'm talking about? I don't think that no grown man should be up here crying. He come in here.
Why you crying then? Why you crying then?
You did what I'm saying. And then I throw a little jab at his ass, and now he crying.
No, I'm not even talking about all of that. It's just that you're saying some very racist things about Africans. I don't think you recognize that you're saying a lot of racist things against Africans. And what
You definitely
hold
possessed.
on,
Hey, you
like
seen
Cam,
that?
can
You
I
seen that
finish
movie?
my sentence? This is why I went on mute. I was on mute for like 20 minutes.
Everybody mute out for ISSA Queen.
Goodness gracious. The fact that the host got to tell y'all to mute up and shit, like, come on, we got to have some better decorum. All I'm saying is that a lot of your talking points sound racist. And I don't think that that's a good thing that in your lineage, you're basically running away from African African ancestry and talking shit about Africans while you're doing it. And it's coming off racist. It's coming off like you have a problem, like an internal problem with being, of the African diaspora.
Hey, it's a queen. Did you find any
I got a
Africans
problem with
in
making up
your
who I am.
genealogy? Hold on, Cosmon. It's a queen. Did you find any African in your genealogy, goddess?
Absolutely. Every day. Yep.
No. I say in your genealogy.
Yeah.
Not
I did.
Your DNA and your genealogy.
Yes, I did.
So you know what boat they came off of?
No.
Well, how did they get here?
On a boat.
Yeah. So if you got the name, hold on, y'all. This is not funny right now. So, goddess,
because for some strange reason you think because I don't know what boat it was I'm I'm going to claim indigenous American. Like, nah, y'all sound crazy to me. Like, I don't even have to do my genealogy. I don't even have to do my DNA to know y'all sound crazy as hell.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna talk about.
Hold up. ISSA. That's why I wouldn't say chiefness. I swear.
Well, if you ain't got to do your genealogy, you just lying.
To get an understanding
from
you.
I didn't say I didn't. I said I don't have to, though, to know where I come from, because I know enough about how migration patterns work.
I'm an African queen.
I know how my migration patterns work. My nigga, are you serious? You don't have not one eagle flies in your background. You got Tyrone, you got Jerome, you got David, you even got a Malachi, but you ain't got no eagle flies. You do not got Pocahontas. You do not got Tiger Lily. You don't got none of those. But you want to sit here and talk to me about how you got all these names, and then your grandmama named Mary Alice. Like, get out of my face with this. You in the same boat as me, brother. I'm just not denying my African heritage. You are.
I need to show that shit. Which one of your ancestors from Africa? I bet you they came over here after 1965. I bet you that nigga came over here after 1965.
No, they didn't. They didn't.
African in your family. They came over here.
They did it
after 1965.
No. Because I literally have a grandparent that married her slave owner. That's how I know. Right? So I'm not about to play these games with you. Okay. That's how I got the last name Birmingham. It wasn't just because hold on. I didn't even get to tell the story of my grandma. Can I talk about my grandma? Heard about Pocahontas.
Let's hear it, Queen.
Can I talk about my grandma?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. So my grandmother ends up marrying her slave owner. That's how we inherited the last name Birmingham, right?
Okay.
And from that lineage, that's the furthest back that I went. And that was in what, 17 something?
Hell no.
Or
And your
another.
grandmama was
This is way before the Civil War or any of those things. And guess what?
your
Her
grandmama was
children were
African or
slaves.
was American
Hold
Indian?
on, OTK. Don't do that.
You
Oh, my
know
bad.
that, like, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
tell us who her
So like
grandmama
I'm
was.
not ashamed of that history. And what I hear from y'all is shame. Y'all don't want to be, associated with being on a cotton field. Y'all don't want to be
Hey,
associated
We
with none
own
of
them
those
cotton
things,
fields.
right?
Come
Y'all
on,
don't want to
bro.
associate yourselves. Y'all don't want to. You
It's
don't want to
almost
be a
20
worker. I
hectares.
get it. You own the cotton fields. You wasn't working the cotton fields, brother. I get it. I get it. You are
shit,
above
it
the
sound
slave.
like
You are
you
not
had
one
that
of
on
the slave. It's
too.
really giving Uncle Ruckus, and I
I'm
can't.
just saying, the
Sound like
only
your
reason my
grandmother had
people was
on
on the plantation is because
too.
we owned it.
Sure, sir.
Shit,
I mean,
your
Sure.
granddaddy had
OTK.
on the cotton field too.
Like,
It's on
and
YouTube.
now you're part of the
Birmingham,
8%. I got it. You got it.
Birmingham,
Yeah,
Birmingham had on
it
the
hit
cotton
different when you
field.
actually know your history.
Yeah,
You're not
so it
guessing.
sound like her bloodline was on the
I
cotton
ain't come
field
off
too,
no
huh?
made up boat
Your
that
mic
got
is kind of
sunken
low,
in.
OTK.
My
Maybe turn it up.
grandmama got raped by the nigga she married him. Munchausen syndrome. I ain't got
Got the fam
none of that.
riled up on him.
I ain't
No,
got none
that's
of that
fine.
shit.
That's fine because I'm not ashamed of my
Right. That's
African
why I keep
ancestry,
telling
and
y'all,
I'm
we got
damn sure
all
not
Hey,
history.
ashamed of my grandma.
Everybody's shit is
But you
for
know
different.
who
sure.
on the panel is ashamed of their
Everybody,
Hey,
grandparent?
it's a kid. Who was your
Right,
grandma?
rep that
everybody's shit is
bloodline, Queen.
different.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
all
You
do
Who
do
was
you
your
not.
know who on
grandma?
the panel is really ashamed of
Hold up,
their
hold up.
background?
Hey,
It's these weird
listen,
niggas that's sitting here thinking that they are Native American. In all reality, ain't never been to a
American.
sweat lodge, ain't never
You
been to
right.
a reservation, went to
You right.
PS
Nigga,
144
we
Right.
in
all
the
live
middle of the
in
hood. Daddy named
Right.
Steven,
Nigga,
Jerome,
you
and
never
Tyrone. Like,
Right.
this
Right.
is
Steven from
ridiculous to
Django
me.
too.
No, Tyrone.
Right.
Ridiculous
Hey,
to
and
me.
it's a
They
queen.
clone Tyrone.
Hey, to this ISSA, you totally
Clip that.
correct, baby. I love all your ad libs and
StreamYard, clip that.
now. Can you tell us who is your grandmama and who is your granddaddy? You say your grandmama married your granddaddy that was a slave owner or so called. Who is your grandmama and who is your granddaddy?
So what I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
about to do is start giving out names. Just know I know that history. Like, you need to know like the names of these
No,
people
no,
so
Like
you can
who?
no. I
kind
don't
of
need
get
Yeah,
their
the
who
name.
names.
doesn't know
But
that
now,
grandma, bro?
Like, what are we talking about?
come on. No,
Wait a minute.
I
Like,
don't
Like
I
need the
got
that's
name.
your
I
best
got Cartwright
rhetorical
in my
question.
last in my
Hold up.
genealogy.
I
Like,
didn't say
Cartwright is
And
a
your
big
grandma
name.
will
hold up.
still
Hold
be
up.
Like,
alive.
there's a lot of
It's
She
names
was
that I
enslaved in
have.
the
hey, quit
1900s.
deflecting.
Wait a minute. Your grandmama was
Ask
enslaved
you
in the
who
1900s.
Nah,
they
his
was.
best rhetorical question
I
is
asked
asking
you
you who your grandma and your granddad
what
No, no,
is.
was.
no.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
best
Let
they
that
could come
sink
back
in,
with,
bro.
and it's
I'm
sad.
asking. Was your grandmama enslaved in the 1900s?
No.
She would have had to be.
So your
Why?
granddaddy was a slave owner, and your
How would
grandmama
you say
married the slave
you,
owner?
your mama, and your grandmama are still
Who? What
alive?
race was they?
So
You
my
ain't gotta
So
tell us
I
their name. What
I
race was they?
clearly said this happened in the 1700s, way before the Civil War. This is why y'all
All
gotta
right.
stop
So
talking so
what?
much and
What?
listen more.
Show me an African in 1700s in your area. Let's go.
ooh.
Show me an African slave in your area in 1700s. Let's go. That married a slave owner.
Ooh, that was a
No.
good one.
So basically, you want me to show you
See,
my
y'all don't know how to
genealogy.
study
You want me to
All
citizens.
tell
three of
you
these
Y'all don't
the
know how
dudes.
to
names
study.
You
of
wouldn't have
my
been the only
grandparents so
one.
you can look
Show
them
us
up?
anybody else
Like,
then.
do you know how many stories
Oh,
were
can
like
I finish?
that?
It's a
Do you know
queen.
how many
It's a
different
queen.
people had this
It's a
storyline of?
queen. I was talking
What's the
to
problem, brother? Like, what's the problem?
it's
Because
a
now I
queen.
just hear my
I was
name like
talking.
you keep
It's a
saying my
queen.
name like
I
you
was talking.
Jodeci. I'm trying to finish a sentence.
No,
Like, what's the problem?
no, because I
You
got cut
got me
off because they told me
feeling.
let you talk. But now you don't got the right to cut nobody else off when they talking.
You asked me a question.
But you cut in, and while you was talking.
But
you asked a question.
Same thing I've been
Bugging,
doing
or did
all
they
day.
ask a question?
You crying
No,
about it.
he asked you a question, and then you was trying to answer, and then he started talking over you while you was
Oh, I
trying to.
know I'm not crazy. Thank
He
you.
asked you about your
Or as
grandma.
Gideon would say,
He
erratic.
asked you to name or to find some slave who married a slave on or something, and then as you were trying to
I was
answer,
actually
he jumped up.
That's not an isolated incident either. They always do that.
And
Asking
then
a
accused
question.
her of cutting him off. After,
Right. They
on top
always
of
do
it,
that.
the double down was the accuse of her cutting
Bobby West do that. The pseudo killers do that. Everybody do that. Israelites do that. Everybody do that. That hates Africa. That's what they do.
I'm not tripping though. Hey, we about to have a whole wild Indian takeover tonight.
What? Hold on. What kind of question was that?
Ain't nobody tripping.
All I want to say to y'all is the Native Americans got their reparations. Did y'all?
A lot of.
Hey, Jay, drop the bomb on that one. Don't let that one go by. Drop the bomb on that one, please.
Where's y'all reparations?
Yeah, they got reparations because they let y'all slave niggas go.
No, I said the Native Americans got reparations.
Yeah,
the way you answered that question, you should never ask any questions for the rest of the time that you on this panel.
What I tell you is that many of my ancestors did get paid for releasing you niggas.
Oh, now you're a slave owner.
I told you my people then I
like this is getting more and more racist by the moment, and I don't know what to do with this information.
Listen, I'm just not gonna duck the reality.
He was an extra on Get Out. That's what it was.
I'm not gonna duck the reality.
My brother said he got they got a severance check.
He enslaved the shit out of white folks too. You dig what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's super high. Like, I can't.
That's who mostly we was freeing in the 1860s. It wasn't really y'all niggas. Y'all came over here from Africa. Y'all was already free. Y'all signed up on the side of the north and got iron lands in the south. Yeah, y'all better look up Nicholas Said. Do y'all know who Nicholas Said is? He came over here from Cameroon with a bunch of his buddies and fought on the side of the north to free the people in the south, right? My uncles and them who was fighting in the Confederate, right? Who was trying to keep these niggas slaves, right? Many of them was my family too. They was trying to keep them slaves. I ain't gonna and I had people in the north. Remember, I'm indigenous to this bitch, so I got people on both sides. You dig what I'm talking about? Niggas that was fighting to get niggas free, and niggas that was trying to keep niggas enslaved. That's just the reality of it.
He do have a slave ship named after him. They got a Jehovah slave ship named right after you.
Beat the shit out of slave too.
I bet.
Back.
Yeah, I bet you would, especially on the internet.
You goddamn right I will. Beat your motherfucking feet.
Only on the internet though.
Around this motherfucker, I beat the shit out of Egyptian, nigga.
An Egyptian, yeah, you'll beat the shit out of Egyptian. I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm. Any of that Tahuti shit, nigga. A farming cave dweller, nigga. I free.
Yo, you gonna be the you gonna be the next person that plays as a coon in a movie. That's gonna be you.
That's what's up.
Now I know you proud of that, ain't you? That's how deep your hatred is for Africa is.
That'll be some long break. I set my family up forever off that.
Yo, man, who the fuck ever say we hate Africa, bro?
I don't know. They be making this shit up.
Africans, dog.
I just know how
the motherfuckers that come over here and use our benefits and then turn on us and say, man, fuck y'all.
Oh, we hate Africans because we hate New York.
Don't like. So if you fit yourself in that category, bro, then fuck you, Tahuti. Because you don't even know who you
Hold on. Which one is it? Hold on. You just said you don't hate Africa, but now it's fuck me Tahuti. Which one is it, bro?
No, I say fuck you personally.
Oh, now it's personal. Now you want to take it from Africa to be personal. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work.
You made it personal.
Yeah, like wow.
I think we can give each other more respect. We all family at the end of the day.
But when you
We're just having a conversation here.
right in front of me,
I'm just saying, I'm just not with the, you know, the white man mind meld. I must believe this or that, or you must have
My
this
bad,
point of view.
I'm
not with that, bro.
I'm not the only one who said that.
My thing
Everybody
is,
said that.
and
I'm not the only one who said that.
Hold on. And then guess what? I'm not gonna be up here and let nobody just sit up here, lie, and besmirch my name. Like I hate people. That is so cap. Everybody know me. I'm one of the people talk about we got to get over racism and colorism, bias and prejudice. That hold our people back.
We don't hate.
Everybody know Cosmon talk about that every day.
This nigga scared. This nigga scared.
So it's disingenuous. It's not scared, nigga. It's delineating. I know who my friends are by how they talk to me. So I know who my ops is up here, nigga. It's very easy to see. I ain't trying to be with you niggas no way, though. That's the dope.
Bro, you use it.
And that's
Bro,
that delineation.
you talk.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the delineation. Because I find it interesting that y'all never want to delineate for coon-ass American black folk that's walking around here talking crazy about black people, voting for Trump and getting rid of DEIs and shit. That's
baby,
fine.
yes,
Y'all not
we
going to
do.
delineate from America.
Yes,
Y'all
we
never
do,
going
baby.
y'all never
Yes,
going
we
to
do.
delineate from America.
Yes,
Y'all
we
going to
do.
stay y'all
Fake
places
ass
right
Native
here.
Americans up out of here.
Europe literally
No, yes, we
sold
do.
y'all,
Yes, we
right?
do. Yes,
Going back and forth, sold y'all, did all of that. We gonna say that we from there though. Like that shit goes crazy
No,
to
we
me.
not from
How
there.
y'all
No,
go
we not
about this
from there.
conversation.
No,
I don't
no,
think
we
you
would never
recognize how
say.
y'all talk.
We would never
Sir,
say
You
I'm
from
not
Africa, bro. You
singing
probably
a
look.
song. I'm not singing.
You,
I'm talking.
Dog, if you
Like
saying how I look,
this is
you're
not
doing looker
a
shit.
duet.
Shut
This
up.
is me
You already
talking,
dead.
and then
If you doing
you
looker
can talk
shit, you don't
after.
even need
That's
to
how
talk.
that happens. First of all, let's be very clear. You talk too slow to even be on a conversation with me. All right. Well, let's not even play. Okay, because I'm trying. It's 2 o'clock in the morning,
That's
and I'm
twice I
still
put
trying
OTK
to
in the back
be
on one
nice.
episode. Hold on. It's the queen. Now I'm cutting you off. I'm sorry. OTK, you just told her to shut up.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. If we was in real life, I probably would have swung on you. If you told a woman to shut up like that in front of me, I probably would have stuck you in your shit.
and
Don't
that
nobody
goes for me
disrespect women
too.
in
That
front of
goes
me
for me
like that.
too.
I don't even know. That's weird.
I might want to give you a couple kicks in
Weird
too.
energy. I mean, she not even coming at y'all like that. To be talking to her like that. Like she's not coming at you with no ritual in her voice and none of that. She ain't got no animosity. She breaking you down and it looked like it hurt on your end. Now I'm about to bring you back up. Tighten up, bruh. You told Tahuti, F you. Are you drinking over there or something? What is going on? You just cussed Tahuti out in front of me. Cuss word. You telling a black woman, shut up on TV. I'm on a 70-inch. We not live. Oh, but come on, bro. Tighten up. You back up here.
All right, A1. I did tell Tahuti that, but I didn't say shut up to the goddess. I didn't say that to her, bro. I wasn't talking to her.
Okay. But you
dog, check my background, dog. Them niggas, they banned me out of my own type of shit because I protect women.
Okay.
They say I'm a woman protector. And Copper Draco can tell you that, bro.
Those are facts.
Okay, well, I'm just. It sounded like you said it to
Yeah,
her.
no, bro, no.
And then you said when you do something, you do. But she was the only one. She's the only one talking. Who else were you?
No, Tahuti was talking too, bro.
Oh.
Hey, but
Tahuti
still,
was
that's
talking
disrespect,
too, bro.
though. That's disrespect. And just like A1 said, if we were standing out here having a conversation like that, I would have knocked you out cold. Believe that, bro.
Like that.
No, listen, that's what your mouth say.
So
man.
if you don't know this is what I'm saying. Listen,
dog,
if you listen, bro, you talk too much, bro. Shut up. Now I'm telling you to shut up.
I'm about to go
dog,
to a word
you wear
from our
glasses
sponsors
in real life, dog.
Yeah, go to a commercial.
Let's be real for a second. Some of you claim you're the best debaters in the game, but every week you're still arguing for free. You study, you prepare, you show up, you give them viral moments, and the platform gets paid, not you. That's not competition, that's exploitation. Some leagues built their entire reputation off the backs of debaters they never intended to compensate. Clips, views, donations, super chats, and the people creating the content still walking away with nothing. Over here, we don't play that game. We are one of the only debate leagues actually paying debaters, reinvesting back into the community. Because if your arguments generate value, you deserve value. So here's the reality check. If you're really the monster you claim to be, if your research is really as sharp as you say, if you really think you could dominate any room, then prove it. And here's where the stakes are real. Warriors don't fight exhibitions forever. They fight where the prize is. So you have a choice. Stay comfortable debating for exposure, building someone else's empire, or come step into the arena where serious debaters get respect and paid. This isn't charity. This is combat.
And salute Cosmine. He just had a birthday recently. Happy belated to you, brother. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Happy belated, brother Cos.
Happy birthday.
They exaggerating on my age.
I ain't say the number. I didn't say the number. You see, I ain't do you like that.
Shout out Jada Snake. Like, they doing me bad.
Shout out me for knowing not to say no numbers.
They done put like a decade change on the nigga. They put a decade in the change. It's a change on the nigga. But
yeah, I figured they might have been trying to do something like that. So I didn't say that. When I saw that, I'm like, nah. I'm like, I don't know about it.
Shout out my dog.
I don't know.
Hey, A1, let me apologize, man. I apologize to you, A1. I don't want you to think that I ever come up here and disrespect your panel, bro. I'm coming to bring more energy, for incitement. It's a queen, chiefness. I never disrespect you. You can go and look at all my shows. I respect women to the fullest. I have my own people's talking stuff against me. Now, I did say F Tahuti because I'm trying to bait Tahuti in. Damn, I'm trying to get a debate, bro. Everybody be dodging me over here, man. My bad. Thousand parts for saying F you, bro.
Emotional and passionate.
I shouldn't have said that, man, but
you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no problem. I'm not taking it personally.
I was just trying to get a little debate. I'm trying to get a little fire inside you, man, so we can try to get a debate. Because I'm trying to find a debate, but nobody want to debate me over here. Like, I don't know if it's a real debate lead or people scared. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know what I mean, A1? Damn. I'm tired of coming over here all the time.
Come to your show and get all the smoke they want.
Pew, pew, pew.
Big facts. Big facts. Pew, pew. Big fact. But 1,000 pardon to YouTube, Tahuti, man. Respect to YouTube, my brother. When I say F you, bro, I was just trying to spark some energy up so we can maybe get into a debate, bro. That's all. 1,000 pardon to YouTube.
Tahuti
bro,
is
listen
for a debate, but he is real particular about his topics. I'll let him go ahead and talk. My bad, Tahuti.
No, it's no problem. But just there's ways to go about things.
Manager?
There's ways to go about things, bro. But just like it's when it comes to Africa, bro, like let's not show so much hate while you saying that you don't hate it at the same time. That's it.
All right, well, let's debate.
Don't ever say it's personal if you know it's not personal. If you really know it's not personal, don't tell me it's personal.
Well, let's debate something on that. No, when I say F you, that's not the personal. Everything else I said about the Africa stuff, dog, that's off of literature. That ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't Africa, homie. When I say F you, that was the personal shit I was apologizing for. I ain't apologizing for not a thing I said about Africa, homie. You got me twisted, bro. Get your shit together, bro. Oh, whoa. Put all that lip locking, man, for real. Get your mind right, bro. Nah, A1, I ain't drinking. That's the problem. I might have should have been drinking, God damn it. Might have had more tolerance for these
down on his African slander. Let's go. Shout out ISSA Queen. She dropped off. Have a good night, sis. Appreciate you pulling up, doing your
fire
thing.
show
How
last
think I
long has
said
she
nothing
been
bad about Africa.
Dang, she been up here 6 hours, man. Hit that cash app
Yeah,
up.
oh,
So I
man,
can
that's
send
what I
some of that
want.
to Mr. Queen. Let me go ahead and drop that cash app in the chat. She was up
That's
here
what
for
I,
6 hours
6
sparring with
hours.
that's what I
some of the
wanted to
6
say.
best that
Hey,
hours,
this league
we,
has to
and
offer,
she
and
did a
she made it look
show,
like light work.
man.
Let me say,
Word.
men were tricks,
6 hours.
to say the least.
Yeah,
Drop that cash app in
fire
the chat.
show. That was a
She
fire
definitely
show.
did her
That
part
was a
today.
She definitely did
fire
her
show.
part, man.
Evolution yesterday too. Evolution 101. She did her shit. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, drop a donation and put her name on it. I'm gonna make sure she get it, man.
she didn't run from the smoke.
She
Yes, she didn't
definitely
run
didn't
from
Nah.
run from the smoke. She brought the smoke.
And
That's
she was
crazy.
actually chewing Gideon ass up. Gideon better get on his motherfucking game.
Big facts.
He might,
Big facts.
because I don't believe in what I don't necessarily believe in her point of view.
But
What I'm talking about necessarily. I know the Bible does both things. It lift woman up and it hold her back.
big facts.
So it do both.
Big facts.
So I don't
Big
necessarily
facts.
agree with Gideon. I don't necessarily agree with her. You did what I'm talking about, but that ain't what a debate is about. A debate is about taking a position and then convincingly proving your point or your position.
Right.
And she was chewing cuz up.
Right.
Boy, she was on that nigga ass like a pit bull.
She was like, bro, your guy come out of Mesopotamia.
Word. She was feeling that shit.
That guy come out of Mesopotamia. Man.
It's no different. It don't Cosmo. It's no different than saying what a lot of people be saying today. They can base their arguments on a lie, but it's not about the lie. It's about how you convince the people who's listening
believe it
of that lie. That's what a debate can be.
That's what a debate
can be. You can be debating a
total
lie
and know it's a lie.
And know it's a lie.
Convince the people well enough, and we know a organized lie beats unorganized.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's y'all just told on y'allselves too. Every time y'all want to debate about Hebrew Israelites, the Bible being native to America and not Africa, that's what y'all doing. Y'all convincing the people of a lie.
I don't do that, bro. Nobody don't do that. We don't do that, bro. Who the hell you
Nobody
talking to?
say that.
See,
Africa
now you
is
judging
over there.
us.
Egypt is over there. The Bible come from over there. All them niggas is from over there, and you from over there.
Big facts.
Right?
Big facts.
I'm from here. I ain't got nothing to do with that Bible. We brought that.
You got
Bible.
us twisted, homeboy. You
Yeah,
got us twisted, homeboy. You jumped in a fucking ring full of fucking Jaguars and Black Panthers and thinking you was jumping into some lions then. Nah, these ain't lions, homeboy. These Jaguars and goddamn and you know, Panthers. Yeah, bro.
And what?
Yeah. I did all the studying, dog, for you to understand it.
Tuscaloosa's son is named Black Panther.
But that's what y'all doing. It's a lot of whatever y'all want to be up against me, but y'all stuttering, y'all slipping all over the place, y'all falling, y'all stumbling.
Studying about what, bro? You ain't bring no information. Bring some information out. I'll stomp your shit. How about that right now? Or we can get into a debate.
You already got drugged by ISSA Queen, so what do I need to come in here for? It's what is it? It's 6 hours and 10 minutes worth of footage.
Hey, you know
what?
what?
You getting damaged. And that's the problem. I'm the type of what? I'm the type of person that remember things. That's the type of person I am. I don't need to, dude. Yo, bro, it's so many debates on many platforms to where
I don't even understand that type of language, bro. I don't even understand.
Hold on. Earlier it was you ain't have no type of connection to the white people. You crashed out because I said you had tendencies to get out. And then all of y'all was online, but now all of a sudden, I said, dude,
A1, am I tripping right now, bro? Who is this brother talking to right now, A1? I ain't hear nothing about nobody.
You've been tripping all the time on the panel. You've been tripping the whole time on the panel.
Dog. Hey, listen, A1.
Dog.
Can I body this dude for real?
Can you body me? How? No, you can't body me. That's why you gotta ask.
I'm asking.
You asked him if he can body you.
Man,
If you can body me, and the answer is no.
Man, because all you doing.
Oh, now it's about respect. Now, what you doubling back?
Bro, all you doing is running your mouth. You don't even know what you talking about.
You haven't been running your mouth? What have you been doing?
No, bro.
Tell me you've been sourcing up? What have you been doing?
Tell me what I've been running my mouth about, bro.
Hold on, one at a time. What you say now? Jehovah Witness, what you say?
My mouth about. Tell me what I've been
Nah, hold
running my
on.
mouth about.
Somebody else said something. Jehovah or whatever your name is. Cosmon Cal. What you say?
Hey, you see the Copper Draco.
Oh, hold on. I'm talking to Cosmon. See, that's all you do is run your mouth. I'm talking to Cosmon now. Cosmon Cal. What did you say? Yeah, that's what I thought. Just keep talking.
I mean, it looked like you running a little bit because he said basically you better not even make a claim out of any of that shit you talking about. Keep debunking any of that shit. So what you gonna do?
Nah, he asked permission. Case closed. He asked if he can body me. The answer is no.
Hey, cuz, is you gonna barbecue or you gonna meal do?
Which one, bro? Which one? Which one you gonna do, Tahuti? Or either change your fucking name. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to curse. Change your dang name. Yeah, Tahuti. You need to change that.
What I need to change it to? What I need to change it to?
Because you don't represent it to.
What I need to change it to?
X marks the spot. Because you suspect. That's what your name need to be. X.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
For real. Yeah. Watch your mouth who you be talking to, bro, when you don't even know who people is.
Why? So I need to watch my mouth now.
Yeah, dog. And then you try to make it look like I was disrespecting the goddess. Nah, dog, I was disrespecting
I tried to make it look like you was, hold on. Who made it look like you was disrespecting?
You was riding behind the woman.
Which one is it?
She ain't up here no more. Now you all by yourself.
Nah, okay. Did I leave? Did I leave?
You to hide behind.
Did I leave? I'm still here. You pointed out the fact that I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of whatever y'all call yourselves. I'm still here. What are you talking about?
It's Tahuti. It's Tahuti surrounded. Tahuti hiding behind a woman.
Let me butcher you. Open to ignorance. Open to ignorance. What are you talking about?
I love that. I love that, man. I eat that. Hey, listen.
Okay,
it's Tahuti hiding behind a woman, bro.
Is she still here, bro?
No. I'm asking you
right now.
Is she still here, bro? What is
woman,
bro? He said you bet not.
Well, hold on. You first asked if you can body me. The answer was no, right? So hold on. You asked if you can body me. The answer was no. You had to ask. Now you ask if I'm hiding behind a woman. So the answer is again no.
Okay, so what is a Tahuti?
I don't know what a Tahuti is. Are you mispronouncing Tahoe or something?
Now these niggas can't speak Egyptian either.
I don't know what is Egyptian. Now y'all said Tahuti and Egyptian.
You can call it hieratic. Whichever pick whichever one you want.
So hold on. What's the place? What's the name of the place? What's the name of the place? What's the name of the place? Y'all can't even say it. Y'all hate it so much. Y'all gotta call it this Arab name. That's crazy. Or it's Greek name.
That's your name on the screen, bro.
I'm talking about when y'all say the place name. I said the name of the place 3 times.
Where you think Afar comes from?
Yeah, that's the first time you brought that up. You know, you said Egypt.
That's the second time I brought it up. So he was saying, go ahead and make a claim, bro. So he said he gonna chew your whole information up.
Y'all want me to make a claim? Hold on. Y'all want me to make a claim? Hold on. You talking so much, I can't even make the claim.
You up here mealy mouthing.
I'm up here mealy mouthing. What else?
Yeah,
What else am I
bruh.
doing?
You're saying nothing, but you're ducking smoke. You don't want that taco?
That was hilarious. You should be a comedian instead of a debater, bro.
Today Thursday, not Tuesday, man.
I'm neither. I'm just nice in both.
You nice in both?
Big facts.
Big facts, huh?
Are you?
Nah, I'm not a comedian.
Well, then shut the fuck up.
So, okay, so hold on. You want me to make a claim? You want me to make a claim, right?
No, he's saying, man, he's telling you to make one. I don't want you to do nothing. I don't give a fuck about you.
Oh, okay, you don't give a fuck about me now.
I want you to make a claim, bro. I want you to make a claim about this Tahuti name that you got.
Tahuti.
Make a claim. Yeah.
Say it correctly first. Say it correctly first. You can say everything else correctly. All right, well then I don't know what you're talking about then. I don't know what that is. Is that the new car? Is that a new SUV or something? Is that the new SUV? Okay, what you say? Hold on. Run that back. I'm young.
My son, bro. You can't tell me.
Okay, what does that mean though? Bro. Even if that was true, what does that mean?
How do you pronounce it, bro? How do you pronounce it? Tell me how you pronounce it.
Ain't no A in it. Why did you put an A in it? Why did you put Tahuti in it? Why did you put Ty in it?
It's Tahuti?
So now you being funny.
Let me find out you substituting letters now. Let me find out you substituting letters.
Look at him. That's name, all you got is just jokes up here. There's joke time up here.
No, bro. You the joke right now, bro.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm the joke now. All right.
Because you jumped in the battle while I was talking to my chiefness, and you jumped in the battle and tried to make it look like I was disrespecting people. And I did.
I made it look like you was disrespecting people. After you apologized, but now I'm making it look like you did what you apologized for. Wow, that's crazy work, bro.
Dog, I only apologize because I'm on A1, because I'm over here on A1. That's the only reason I apologize. Because right now, what I'm finding out now, I shouldn't even apologize.
What you finding out? You a top researcher. What you done found out?
You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing, bro. We know more
you a
than
top
you
researcher. Look at you. You an old time top researcher.
Hey, listen. Keep tuning in and learn something, bro.
That think you from
everything good
from America.
You be
that's
all right
crazy,
in 2
bro.
years. In 2
You
years,
a Native
you be
American.
all right.
That's funny.
How you say it? How do you say it? How you say your name?
How you say yours?
Cosmos. How you say
yours? Draco, you be all right in 2 years, Draco. We'll work on it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey,
you said what?
Years,
what you say?
We'll be converted.
What I said, if you can hunt, you can hear.
Yeah, hold on. Nah. You know somebody was talking at the same time. Say it again.
In 2 years, he'll be converted, Draco.
See, now he talking again. Now let him have the floor. What you say?
Shout out to the Indian missionary.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Let him have the floor, bro. You talk so much, he can't even say his threat. He can't even tell his threat.
Go ahead, catch that fade, nigga.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay.
I said a threat, boy. That's how you know that's a gamer.
Yeah, nigga.
You gonna I'm gonna catch the fade from you.
That's how you know that's a gamer. I said I'm gonna convert him. This motherfucker said you said to me.
Yeah. You a tough guy. You a tough guy.
About you, homeboy. Hurry up, catch that fade with OTK. Make that crazy ass claim about what you got to say about American Indians and make us African. Do whatever the fuck you gonna do. But hurry up.
That's it.
Hurry up.
Bust a move.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Bust a move.
It's 2-on-1 right now, bro. Man.
Nigga, we pack you out this bitch, nigga.
A1. I'm gonna fall back, A1. I'll fall back.
Yeah, fall back. Get out of here.
You don't know Cosmo.
I don't have to know him.
Like you know me, cuz.
What I gotta know him for?
I'll punch on you.
What I gotta know him for?
Cause I catch
All
that.
right, then. That's what I thought. I don't have to know him.
That's why you got to know. I'll embarrass you out here.
Yeah, you sure will.
You was born in the 2000s.
How?
You was still a child. Listen, you're a
I
child.
was born in 2000. Now you psychic.
School in the 2000s. Stop talking to me.
Okay.
You're elementary.
What are you? 65?
Shut your mouth.
65, and you still believe in God. You still believe in Jesus. Shut up.
With your little black ass African niggery lips and get up here and disrespect the OG, nigga.
You a coon, boy.
Whole ass daddy, nigga.
You a coon. That's what you is.
Real talk, nigga. That's real.
Coon talk. That's what that is. Coon talk. You possessed right now.
Listen, my name Cobb Cow.
Your name Coon Cow. That's what it is.
You better do some homework on
You Coon Cow. That's what you
It's
is.
just a battle of the egos right now. Y'all gonna get
homework
some
on
information.
all that beefing up.
All that beefing up, huh?
Yeah, nigga, I beat on you for real in real life, and I beat
No,
on
you won't. No, you won't.
Yeah, you don't want to catch either fact.
Good word. Look at you. You sounding tough now, boy.
You can't even take on my little homeboy OTK.
But you disrespecting him for calling him your little homeboy. That's what's disingenuous about it. That's what's disingenuous about it. You just called him your little homeboy.
Because I ain't 6'4". I ain't 6'4". I'm your height. I'm your height. I ain't 6'4".
Right.
Him.
How
doing
tall am I? How tall am I?
Be disrespectful. So he's saying it's little
y'all believe
homeboy.
in fairy tales, and now y'all psychic.
And fairy tales. He believe in fairy tales.
You do. You ain't no Native American. You look like okay. This my claim right here. This is my claim right here. Hold on. This is my claim right here. This is my claim right here. This is my claim right here. I'm gonna give you my claim. You asked for my claim, right? So everybody who claims to be Native American has a bust in an ancient Egyptian museum that looks like
we
them.
not Native
How about
American, you dumb fuck. You don't even know us.
How about that? That's my claim. What you gonna do?
Hey, quit running your mouth. Who are you?
I gave you my claim. Now you talking about quitting running my mouth.
Who are you?
Here we go.
All right, well, give us your claim. Who you is, so we. Can
I just did, bro.
In the game. No,
I said let me clean it up for you. Everybody who look. Hold on. Everybody who claim to be. Hold on. Everybody who claims. Every black person who claims. Every melanin rich person who claims to be a Native American has a last name of a slave master, and they have a bust that looks like them in an African museum. How about that one?
Okay, all right. So now
case closed. And they also get DNA results from West Africa.
Stop with the DNA. Don't you get into that dumb shit. Don't get in that dumb shit. Stop.
How is that dumb? What about what? Hold on. If somebody you watch Maury though, didn't you?
Give somebody a chance to respond off the first things you said, bro. Because you said a lot in the first things you said. You said
you've been talking for how long now? You been talking?
Come on, bro. Shut up, man.
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels to talk.
I don't, man.
When somebody get ready to talk. So go ahead.
Bro, I really don't care because I can drown you out at any moment in time, dog, on some gangster shit. Like you really don't know who I am. But anyway, I really do this shit, dog. But this brother said that 90% of the Native Americans over here have last names that's tied to slave owners. Hold on. I thought that was the African narrative.
That was crazy. You just dispelled the whole claim by saying that, bro. Wow, that's crazy.
No, ain't nobody ever known that the Native American or the American Indian took the name of the slave owner. You just brought that to light to us. All we know was that the so-called African took the name of the slave owner. So now, which one is it, bro? Silencio. I'm going off this bitch. Hey, Copper Draco, I do this for a living, dog. This is recess to me. For real, bruh. For real. Get rid of
You know
these
that
niggas,
question don't
A1,
disprove
and when
what I
come
just
and do
said.
my show,
It's
I
a
want you to pop up when I come
the
and do
question
my
the
show.
claim that I made,
Dog, when
the
I come
claim
and
that
do
I
my show over
made
here,
had 3 parts in
Tuesday,
it. You
hey,
only
Tuesday,
asking
when I
me
come and
the
do my
dumbest
show over
question
here,
ever on one part. I asked you I made a 3-part claim. You asking me a 1-part question, and you think you did something. Then when I was being facetious and said you dropped a bomb, you conceded and said you didn't say anything and only asked the question.
Did I ask, bro? What one question did I ask you, bro? To your 3 questions. Which one question did I ask you?
You only asked me about the names and slavery. You only asked me a question pertaining about the names and slavery. I gave you a 3-part claim that involved the last names, the fact that you
I was just
have
dealing with one. That's what I'm saying, bro. We got to deal
busts
with one at
in
a time,
museums
bro.
from
Come
Africa,
on, if I deal with all
African
3,
bust in
dog, if
museums
I deal
that
with
look
all
like
3 at
you,
one time, that's too
and
much for the audience.
the DNA.
Bro,
You ran
listen.
from the DNA. You running from the DNA already. So
No,
now
I know.
but your question is, your rhetorical
saving that
question
for
is 1 part.
last. I'm saving the DNA for last, bro, to kill you with that on some real stuff. But I was just
How you
trying to
gonna
deal
kill me with that when you know you watch
I was just
Maury
trying to
though?
deal with.
You know
Hold
you
up,
was
bro.
watching Maury. You know you'll probably fight somebody. You know you'll fight somebody. Listen, you know you'll fight somebody if they said they wasn't the father of your sister's child, right? After they had a DNA test and
Hey,
to
A1.
verify that they
Is
was
this
the
the
dad.
same dude that
So now
Hey,
you can't run
A1.
away from
Is this
DNA.
the same
You feel
dude
me?
that said that if I said what I said in front of him, he would slap me?
I get it now.
And yeah, and now he said that I will fight somebody. Just let me know what type of mentality he on. All that stuff he said earlier about if I was in front of
Okay,
him
all
and
right,
I
you'll
said
be
what I
upset.
said, he'll slap
Well,
me.
okay, I'll double back and I'll say you'll be pretty upset. You'll be pretty upset.
That would be, everything
Okay,
good, man.
I ain't want to
For
hurt
one.
your feelings, brother. I don't want you to cry. I ain't want to hurt your feelings.
I just don't slap nobody for no reason, bro. It got to be a reason.
Okay, all right.
Right.
I apologize. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Sometimes
I thought you was about this because you was trying to be triggering. You was using the N-word. You rage baiting on here. You rage baiting on here, but now all of a sudden you got delicate feelings.
Rage.
Yeah.
I had to get delicate.
Oh, you don't know what that means?
Was protecting
we know
you.
what it means. I'm just saying.
Okay, but you gotta question it.
Put me
I'm
in
just
the
saying it's
back
a
because he
bullshit.
thought I
Didn't
was
you say? Hold on. Didn't you say you'll give me the fade in real life too?
Yeah, I'll give you the fade in real life.
All right, so that's rage baiting. That's rage baiting.
Yeah, guess what?
That's beyond rage baiting.
Guess what?
That's now it's guess what? First you was in question for the rage baiting. Now it's guess what?
Yeah, nigga.
When I pointed out,
bro,
you was doing about slapping.
You the first one to say you would slap somebody.
You're right. When did I say that though? When did I say that though? When did I say that? When did I say that?
With me. You told
exactly
A1 that.
after, right? In response to something, right? When you was getting disrespectful, that A1 had to kick you off the panel.
So
you see what I'm saying?
No response to no violent shit. You started that.
Yeah,
now
see,
you can't handle that shit
you had to get you was mouthing off so much that you had to get kicked off the panel, and then it got to the point to where I had to tell you, I had to calm you down and bring you back to back to reality.
You see how disrespectful this dude
Hold
is,
on. Who's talking right now? I got 2 people talking to me at the same time.
When somebody give it back to him, the nigga he don't like to take it.
I didn't hear no cuss words or name calling. What are you doing disrespectful?
I ain't name calling.
No, not you, Cosmo.
No, I'm just saying A1.
I'm just saying he came up here, told me he was gonna slap me. Do something to me.
Okay,
when I told him, look, you don't know who you talking to.
My ears.
That's what he said to us.
I'll fade you.
Nah, that's what happened. He said he would give me the fade, right? And then he escalated it and said he would give me the fade in real life for no reason.
You was gonna slap me in real life?
Nah, I said that to Cosmon.
Nigga, I'm Cosmon, nigga.
That is Cosmon you talking
about. Okay, Coon.
Yeah. So stop acting.
Okay, Coon. You want to call me the N-word? I'm gonna call you a coon. How about that one? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you ain't gonna run the fade on nothing, boy. I'll stump you unconscious, bro. Yeah, that's what I thought.
If all y'all gonna do
that's what I thought.
Come on, big tough guy. You're not gonna do nothing.
Like I could be studying.
You believe in Jesus so much that you'll say you'll run the fade on somebody in real life just because they African. That's crazy.
Hey, do I believe in Jesus? What do I believe about Jesus?
I don't know. Can you break that down for me?
Yeah. How does Cosmon believe in Jesus? Go ahead, break that down for us.
I know
he asked you to break it down. He ain't asked me to break it down.
No, you said you made a claim. You made a claim that Cosmon so gone off Jesus. Go ahead, explain how.
He don't believe in Jesus or the old waspy. Big facts.
But he probably believes in the Bible, right? You believe in the Old Testament. You believe in God. You believe in Jehovah, don't you?
How about this? Fuck.
How about this? How about this?
Fuck biblical God and fuck your God Osiris too. Fuck Tahuti too.
Yeah, he say
fuck
he
your
the
book
God.
dead or your shit trash.
Okay, well, let me respond to that.
I'm saying
fuck your coonery.
Nigga.
Fuck your coonery.
I'm saying your God is
and
gay.
Fuck coons that's like you. How about that?
Your God swallowed his own semen.
That's figurative. Shut up. That don't even make sense. You know that's figurative.
It's literal.
What the fuck?
All African teachings are figurative. You know that. Because now the Bible, now what you believe in mythology you believe in flows in between literal and figurative. But now all of a sudden when it comes to African teachings, they all gotta be literal.
African wrote. What spiritual book the African wrote?
That's the dumbest question ever, bro.
Right? No, that's
what
a real
spiritual
question.
book did the African write?
What book?
Do you know what a spiritual book is?
What book did the African write? Period.
I'm not even gonna answer that question. I don't have to answer questions from y'all up here, especially questions like that.
So you're calling a white man cool too.
When you getting punched
so you're
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That make perfect sense.
That's coonery.
Y'all up here yelling. It's three of y'all yelling, and y'all think y'all doing something.
Somebody call the next person a coon, and they a coon themselves.
Hold on. The next person hold on. You using the N-word. So guess what? When y'all using the N-word, y'all remind me of a person.
What, nigga?
Oh, what, coon? Okay, coon.
Okay.
You Oreo.
All right, y'all. We're about to go ahead and do closing remarks since we're getting nowhere on the information.
Yeah, this is nowhere, man.
Yeah,
right.
Go ahead. Let's close out.
Hey, man, all I need y'all to do is breathe in, let that light in, man. I'm Cosmon, man. Fuck Jesus.
Let me drop
that man, it's your boy OTK, man. And make sure y'all please like, share, and subscribe to Titans Debate League, man. It's your boy OTK. Shout out to A1. Shout out to Humble. Shout out to Chiefness is a queen.
Everybody.
And Gideon Israel. You know what I mean? And shout out to the person who call people coons. They're practicing coonery.
Shout out A1. I'm about to head on in, brothers and fam.
Appreciate you pulling up tonight, Sadiq.
Yeah, I had to, brother. I seen you, Matt DM, so I had to fall through, brother.
Appreciate you.
For sure, man. Thanks for hosting another great space, man. You know how it's just routine with you at this point, man. You disappear for a day or two, people gonna get sick out here in these streets, man.
yeah. Keep bringing that fire day in and day out, man. You know,
right? Yeah.
Make sure you support and hit that Cash App up so we can help keep the lights on around this joint. The internet bill about to be due, man. Hold
For
it
sure,
down.
bro.
One of
For
the
sure,
only
bro.
leagues actually paying debaters, reinvesting back into the community. We'll run the ads here shortly. Go ahead to closing remarks. I'll let y'all finish. Sadiq, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Pretty much. Anytime I come on here, I'm ready to provide the information. I was ready to try to engage on the topic, not the topic, but it was actually the topic because y'all spoke about DNA. I was going to actually add some things about DNA, but I really wanted to come on here and see if Gideon was on here. I came on late. If he appeared, what his thoughts was on the topic, but it only got out of hand because my presence and the talk of Africa just ignites unwarranted attitudes that develop into what you saw tonight. So, but hopefully, we can get better dialogue and move from there.
For sure, bro. For sure. Shoot. All right, man. What you got lined up tomorrow, eh?
Shoot, what's tomorrow? Friday?
Yeah.
I think I got an interview with this lady from Kentucky who was talking about abuse in the foster care system. So I got to reach out and talk to her. Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be tomorrow. If she doesn't, and I got JJ 7000 early in the day. So tomorrow, probably an open panel after that.
Cool. Yeah, man. Shit, when you ready, man, just post the link, bro. I'll be here tomorrow night too, bro.
Big bet, yeah. I'll send it straight to you.
For sure, bro. Have a great night, brothers.
Good
Peace,
night,
forever.
bro. And we're gonna go to a word from our sponsors and then end with the song by Connie's son.
Let's be real for a second. Some of you claim you're the best debaters in the game, but every week you're still arguing for free. You study, you prepare, you show up, you give them viral moments, and the platform gets paid, not you. That's not competition, that's exploitation. Some leagues built their entire reputation off the backs of debaters they never intended to compensate. Clips, views, donations, super chats, and the people creating the content still walking away with nothing. Over here, we don't play that game. We are one of the only debate leagues actually paying debaters, reinvesting back into the community. Because if your arguments generate value, you deserve value. So here's the reality check. If you're really the monster you claim to be, if your research is really as sharp as you say, if you really think you could dominate any room, then prove it. And here's where the stakes are real. Warriors don't fight exhibitions forever. They fight where the prize is. So you have a choice. Stay comfortable debating for exposure, building someone else's empire, or come step into the arena where serious debaters get respect and paid. This isn't charity. This is combat. Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it.
My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. Yeah, my heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. I look in the mirror now.
Amazing news! At Titans Debate League is now looking for interns. We are expanding our team and seeking driven individuals who are ready to make an impact. We're on the hunt for talented people to join our marketing team, a charismatic new host, and creative minds who can produce amazing content. If you have a positive attitude and are used to winning, because that's what we do here, then we want to hear from you. Join us and contribute to a culture of excellence and success here at Titans Debate League. Email us today, titansdebateleague@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Where Infinity Gauntlet is a mere toy compared to the intellectual prowess build and destroy the cipher. Intellectual sword to slice you, or whatever device you recommend. Surgical precise pen, hand get heated, the room will spin. If man get treated, them goons gon' spin. Level heads with feet, paradigm the box shoot in. Got a pair of red dimes in the box shoot in. Don't matter paradigms, your clock won't spin. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the tigers. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we storming. It's the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we storming. It's the clash of the titans. It's the clash of the titans.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.